And good evening and welcome to Crockett County, where tonight the McNairy Lady Bobcats will take on our Crockett County Lady Cavaliers in an exciting contest. The Lady Cavaliers come in here undefeated in an unusual situation. McNairy Central, I believe, is 6-6, has one player in Florida tonight. Matthew Cochran alongside of me right now, doing color and running camera. Gray Tucker will be with us before the night's over. And, Matthew, we're just a few seconds away from player introductions, the national anthem. A quick word before we take our first sponsor break. And we'll go ahead and take that sponsor break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you.
Carroll Home Care of Alamo specializes in helping you manage life safely in the privacy and comfort of your own home with prompt, reliable, personal service. Carroll offers skilled nursing, physical therapy, certified nursing assistants, and medical social services. Carroll accepts Medicare, TennCare, and most private insurance plans. Visit our website at carollinc.com. Carroll Home Care Alamo, where feeling better is being at home. Call 696-4581, 696-4581. Carroll Home Care Alamo, 147 South Bell Street.
Everyone who's anyone knows there's only one location to go to for the best in burgers, pasta, and pizza. Bob's, located at 92 East Main and Bells next to Ho-Ho's. Bob serves up the best burgers. Try the smothered burger or maybe the bacon blue burger. Pizza lovers, try the T-Rex or the loaded cheese fry pizza. Pasta, appetizers, and more at Bob's. Bob's is open regularly till 8, but Cavalier fans, come by Bob's after the football game on Friday nights. They're open till 11. Bob's Burger, Pasta, and Pizza, 345-3055. Or find us online at bobsburgerpastapizza.com.
If it has to do with your truck, Southern Trucks and 4x4 is your place. Upgrade your truck with a lift kit, wheel and tire combo, spray and bed liner, bed cover, winches, toolboxes, injectors, or turbos. Or maybe your Chevy, Dodge, or Ford diesel needs a repair, the engine rebuild, a transmission upgrade, or a custom tuning. Southern Trucks can make it happen. They can even tint your windows. Stop by and enjoy the no-pressure atmosphere at Southern Trucks and 4x4 on the 45 bypass, 668-8084.
When was the last time you evaluated your automobile insurance policy? When it comes to your investment, just any old insurance won't do. State Farm Insurance offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Ken Davis, State Farm agent in Alamo, has a foundational understanding of automobile insurance and the policy that would fit your budget and needs. Call Ken Davis in Alamo and he will work with you side by side to choose the right policy for you. Ken Davis, Alamo State Farm agent. Call 696-5924.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
When you have decided a nursing home may truly be the best option for you or a family member, visit Alamo or Bell's Nursing Home. They have earned the reputation as one of the top providers of both long and short-term health care. Each patient is the central focus of excellent nursing care, compassionate and reliable to make sure you have peace of mind. Find out today why Alamo and Bell's Nursing Homes are the right choice. In Alamo, call 696-4541, Bell 663-2335.
And back at Crockett County, we have the starting lineups being given out. And, Matthew, I'm going to give you the honor of doing the Crockett County Lady Cavaliers as they're being introduced.
Yeah, for the Lady Cavaliers tonight, we have a sophomore starting at guard, actually 2 sophomores starting at guard here. Bailey Taylor, number 4, Kelsey Robertson, number 5, and also Ellie Pratt starting at guard, a sophomore, number 10. Then at center, we have number 24, Libby Hart, and number 23, Asia Robertson, will be starting at forward down low with her.
And I know there's a lot of schools looking at Hart and Asia Robertson right now, and talked to some of them. I know 2 that would dearly love to have those 2 young ladies for the McNairy Central Lady Bobcats. Number 5, Haven Phillips, a guard. She's a senior. Number 13, Maddie Rose Hammock. She is a junior. Number 55, Salika McCord, starting in the post. She's a 10th grader. Emily Phillips Harmon wearing number 31, a freshman. And number 51, Hannah Hughes, a freshman who had a big game when I got to see this team play over at USJ. Two hard man-to-man teams. McNairy will play a little zone from time to time, especially a 1-3-1 zone. They will trap, they will press. Guess what? The Lady Cavaliers will pick you up when you get off the bus and play full court man if they need to. Here's the tip, and the tip is controlled by Crockett County. Ellie Pratt with the basketball. Looks like she'll be going against a man-to-man defense into the low post. Asia Robson spins, turns, lays it up, and the Lady Cavaliers are up 2-0.
Yeah, it looked like some good man defense, but Asia Robertson had no problem getting by that defender there and getting an easy lay-in.
And her first two in good man-to-man. Stack, pop out on the wing. That's Harmon. Into the high post, which was Hughes. Long three by Phelps off. And the Phelps, that's prominent basketball name, long pass to Robinson. She's going in, and she is going to be fouled. And that foul looks like it's going to be on number 31, Emily Phillips Harmon, her first, team first. Matthew, the Lady Cavaliers off and running again.
Yeah, right there, Libby Hart pulled down that board, took a few dribbles and made a great pass down the court for Asia Robertson to get that look, and she was fouled, as she'll now have a try at 2 points here. It's from the line.
Boy, Asia drilled that one, nothing but string music. And, of course, you know the rest of the lineup. Hart, always a Windex lady on the board. Ellie Pratt's been shooting the ball very well lately, Matthew.
Yes, she has, and she's a great shooter.
Second one rolled off, 3-0 lead. Big post player looking for help and gives it off. And I'm going to tell you what, we've picked up full court. They'll give it to Phelps, and she'll bring the ball down the floor. She's probably the quickest McNairy Central Lady Bobcat. Crossover dribble, gets by Taylor. Her jumper off the iron. Rebound pulled down by Bailey Taylor. And again, Kelsey Robertson looked, wanted to throw long, goes into the high post to Asia. There's the NBA step, as I call it. Out to Pratt. Tight man-to-man defense there. Now the post backing off, and that's give Hart time. She'll get through there. Bailey Taylor, three up off the iron. Pratt had the rebound, lost it, tries to get it back, and now the outlet pass, and they go to their other big girl. That's not what Coach Jerry Lott wants, is the big girls handling the basketball. Again, out of the stack, popping out. There's an offside exchange, no screen away. They get high-low, and that's 55 with it. Now back out to the wing. Here's Harmon. Harmon's a pretty good player, too. She's one of their younger players. Had a great middle school career. They were trying to go high-low. There's the big girl. I thought she got away with a little step there. Kicked back out. Harmon's three off the iron, over the back of the rim, and it'll belong to the Crockett County Lady Cavaliers. Matthew, any trends you see yet?
Right now we're playing great man-to-man defense or woman-to-woman defense, and I think we're really getting the ball out and running here, trying to keep this game up tempo in our favor.
A little more movement out of the Lady Cavaliers tonight. They got a high-low. They break hard up to the high post. She spins, goes up.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
She's really impressed me this year. She's always been great, but I don't know. She's been a lot more than great this year for our Lady Cavalier team.
You're right. 8 players doing the job for the Lady Cavaliers. Into the forecourt is Phelps. The young man officiating closer than I am. He says we committed a foul. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. First team foul. And that first foul is on Taylor. Long pass out to 13. That's Hammock to Hughes. Her shot off. Rebound. Pulled down by the big girl, McCord. Hammock has it, looking to work. McNairy will move the ball around. They're dribbling more than they ever have. Phelps three. Now you cannot back off and let her. Phelps three. 5-3, the Lady Cavaliers lead. Here's Pratt driving, got stripped of the basketball, and it's picked up by Phelps. Haven Phelps taking it down the floor into the corner to Hammock. Hammock into the post, and it's a tie ball game as they hit Hughes. Now that time the secondary break was run well. Here comes Asia Robinson, and they'll get the charge.
Wow.
Academy Award, right? goes to the
say so.
defender. Second team foul. First foul on Robertson. Matthew Cochran, Coach Joe Holloway here. Tie ball game at 5. The University of Memphis football team won the bowl game today. Boy, what a brawl after that. Here's McNairy running their version of their motion offense. They'll flash high-low. They work 3 on the perimeter. Dribble towards the right baseline, that time by Hammond. That's Harmon. Let me get that straight. 31 is Harmon. And a turnover, so it belongs to the Lady Cavaliers. And now we got our lineup straight. Pratt wanted the back door to Asia Robinson, puts it on the floor. Taylor switches sides. You can watch on our .5 digital screen here. You can even run it back and get the replays we'd love to have sometime to talk about the officials. Now, Matthew, after some good movement and really pushing the ball, McNairy's made us slow down.
Yeah, they're not letting us get it inside, that's for sure. Libby Hart's going to pull up a 3 here, and she drills it.
Boy, Hart, 3 up, 3 down. You got to have a lot of heart to hit that shot.
Definitely not her field of work, but if you're an all-around good basketball player, an open shot is not a problem.
She gets that shot, she increases her college value. Again, here's Haven Phelps dribbling the ball. Wants good stopping in the gaps. There's a tip away by Pratt, who will get there first. And I know the young man thought there was an advantage gain, but that's one of those you got to have a no call on that.
Yeah, they're both going for the ball, and there's contact going to be drawn there.
Third team foul on the Lady Cavaliers, only one on the McNairy. Now, this was a dogfight down at McNairy, and I believe we only won by 8 points.
Yeah, one of our tightest games of the year for sure. And this McNairy team's really good, but hopefully here at home we can squeak out a little easier win.
You saw that screen and roll with Harmon a minute ago. 13 Hammock with the basketball, losing it. Turnovers for McNairy, keeping them from having the score tied. Crockett County leads 8-5, and we're going to see Crutchfield come in. No, that'll be Emily White, isn't it? Emily White just went to the table. Again, that's kind of a sagging man. The man's not even hard pressure outside right now. They pick up and they try to double. You can see, spinning. That is smooth as silk and better than milk, and I've got Hart with 7 points.
She's just unstoppable right now.
She really is. 10-5, Crockett County with the lead. And right now, a little bit of foul trouble now. That's Bailey's second foul. Madeline White Emily White. Well, my apologies. We know we've got several listeners in Florida tonight, and I know Coach Scott's mother and his sister both are listening down there. We'll mention that in the boys' game. We'll start playing there. Here's the high-low again. McNairy likes that high-low. Phelps dangerous with three-pointer. As I told you, she's got 2 threes, and McNairy cuts the lead to 2 at 10-8, 2:14 to go in the first quarter. Matthew can't back off of her.
No, she's going to pull it from anywhere near that three-point line, and she's not got her first 2 tonight.
Over to White. White looking for Kelsey Roberts. She loses. It'll be a backcourt violation. And the layoff, we're not sharp right now. We start out good, but they have cut the inside off and forcing us to shoot outside. And then some of our passes a little careless right now.
Because we've got to work to Libby Hart right now. She is on fire, and they're trying to cut that down-low game off, and we can't do much without that.
Harmon, and then we get the – yep. Boy. It is tied at 10-all. Pratt wanted to shoot, fakes, drives, splits the team, and there she goes. That's what makes her – she's gotten better every game, Matthew.
Yeah. She can shoot and drive. It's going to be hard to stop.
You are absolutely correct about that. And got to tighten this defense down and not give Phelps any more shot. I think you can crowd her because she does have some quick moves, but she wants space to shoot that 3. Coach Jerry Lott, one of the dean of coaches, either he or Ferris Lowry has been coaching the longest in girls in West Tennessee. Pass inside will be traveling, and that reach-in caused that. Wasn't a foul, but McCord travels. McCord's a big girl under there. Just a 10th grader.
Wow, really impressive.
58 seconds. Crockett County leading by 2. White in the corner, feeding Robertson to the other Robertson to Pratt. Pratt's 3 up off the back of the iron. Kelsey Robertson goes up, gets fouled. I thought no call, but that's okay. We got the rebound back, and Asia Robertson says, let's set it, ladies. Spread the offense out. Here's Kelsey over to Emily White. Down in the corner at Asia Robertson. Now much more movement. There's the cutter. There's Pratt. She got bumped, and they say it was last touched by McNairy Central's number 53. And I will have to get a roster clarification on that one because they have no 53.
Caitlin West.
There we go. I've got the little yellow roster. And Caitlin West, another big post player. Driving, Hart stops. Her shot left a little short. McCord with the rebound. McNairy Central will have a chance with about 19 seconds to get something going. Score tied. No, actually it's 12-10. A little shuffle step then by 31 Harmon. Over to Phelps. You don't want her shooting the 3 with 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Phelps, 10-footer short. Rebound McNairy, and the shot was blocked by Asia Robinson. The score at the end of one quarter play, Crockett County 12 and McNairy Central 10. Let's take a timeout on Point 5 Digital.
Just in case you need legal help or advice, call Harold E. Dorsey, attorney at law in Alamo. Harold Dorsey specializes in criminal defense.
And we are back here. Just a slight technical dip. It says working great. Turn the ads up a little bit. Okay, I shouldn't have read that out loud, but hey, we got Michael Osborne giving us technical advice. Thank you, Michael, and we'll get that worked out. Here we go. McNairy's got the basketball, trailing by 2. Oh, Ellie Pratt into the lane. Did you see that defensive play, Matthew?
Great job right there by Ellie Pratt. Great hustle.
I like the way this Crockett County girls team playing. They're playing a traditional power. McNairy Central, always well coached by Jerry Lott and Megan Witherspoon, coaching the Lady Cavaliers and doing a great job. Feeding down low, and I'm going to tell you what now, the big girl just cleaned space out there. That was West, and she got 2. 12 all. That's the third tie tonight. Into the corner, Asia Robertson. She didn't really want to take that shot. McNairy's playing a sagging man-to-man. They're guarding inside the perimeter. They'll stand right on. And we seem to be making a little wide. We're not sharp with the passes, and we've had almost a week off. Spinning, going up, and look at that. That shot had eyes in it.
Asia Robertson gets that one to fall, and the Lady Cavaliers take the lead here, 14-12, with 6:56 remaining in the second, as they're going to knock it away, but it will remain McNairy ball.
Yeah, and you see, I bet Asia plays against the boys. You don't make moves like that without playing against the boys, either in the neighborhood or here at school. Both same thing, and there's a foul, and oh no, is that who I think it's on? Bailey Taylor?
That's going to be our third. It is.
You are absolutely correct in what's.
It's definitely unfortunate.
Yeah, because she is very aggressive, and you heard Coach Witherspoon the last time we were here talking about how hard she plays. Here comes White, though. White wants to play defense, too. Pratt kind of jumps at her. They'll fill the gap. She'll recover to her person. There's a high screen for Phelps. Phelps had enough room to shoot the 3. That one a little short. But I'm going to tell you what, the 2 big girls from McNairy are clearing some space in there right now, and they are big girls. Look at Hart trying to get around in front of her. Good little rooster fighting in there. It's legal rooster fighting right now. There's the high double screen. Phelps wanted to go off of it. Her 3 up, no good. White blocked out, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound, and getting the rebound is McCord, and she is big.
We're gonna have a tough time down low with those two tonight, but thankfully we have two pretty good post players of our own.
You're right about that. That's Asia Robertson's second foul, team 6. Now, the last time I saw McNairy, and I haven't seen them since early in the season, they were not a good foul shooting team. Let's hope that holds true here. She got the second one, though, makes it a 14-13 one-point game. And this one was a white knuckler for a while down at McNairy Central. 6:14 in the second quarter. Gray Tucker is here running camera for you right now. Ball out of bounds. Matt Cochran on the color. Matt will be doing some play-by-play before the night's over. As we always let our student color men do a little play-by-play. They're doing great. They improve every ball game. Coach John Stigall wanted us to give a shout-out to his dad. He'll be listening tonight, especially in the boys' game. Screen down. Pratt pops out. Pratt, 3 up, 3 down. 17-13, Crockett County.
Yeah, she knocked that one down with no problem, and like we mentioned earlier, she is a great shooter.
She really is. Matthew, that was smooth, and it looked like a college player. I think we may have an offensive foul. Yeah, the big girl cleared out. Illegal use. Great call by the official. Let's give him credit. And that young man that's officiating, back I had to do a couple of relief or substitute efforts coaching in the Northwest Association. He is one of the really great officials. Here's Hart looking. She'll pass, cut away. Pratt cut into Robertson. She's got it. You know it's going. 7 points for Robertson. Wasn't that smooth, Matthew?
She's great on the drive, and she uses that little spin move.
Yes.
A lot.
Love it. Here's White guarding Phelps. Robertson came to help and then came off over there. Put a lot of pressure on her. Hammonds did not want to shoot. Big girls, again, want to play high-low. Their big girls are a lot bigger than our post players. On the wing, that's Harmon. Harmon gives to McCord. McCord down low. And I'm going to tell you what, when it gets down low, I know that West, she's not going to miss. 19-15, and West has 6. Caitlin West. It's a jump ball. Who's got it, Matthew? Or have they given an indication?
They're saying Crockett County ball.
Okay, Crockett County retains possession. Coming back into the contest is 51, Hannah Hughes. And Caitlin West must be tired because she was pretty well having her way under the basket. There's the 1-4 setup. It's a 4 count. Oh, it got 5. I knew it was close to 5. Normally I count along with it and it'll be a turnover. You either got to count 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and on 4 you either throw it or call a timeout. Here's Harmon. Or actually, this is Phelps. Crossover against White. White cut it off, though, making the wings go a little wider. McNairy goes 1-4 high. Here's the screen and roll to the big girl. She gets under the basket, and that time McCord had our player pinned. It's 19-17. They don't want to go away.
No, they've got a pretty good team here for sure, and hopefully we can wear them down a little bit and get those girls on the bench and see some of their backups. As Libby Hart is going to get called for a traveling violation there.
Yeah, she's got to put the ball on the floor before she picks that pivot foot up. They're playing some pressure on the ball outside, and it's more like a 4-man zone, even though we know it's man-to-man defense. And then splitting the trap and getting up through there is Hammock. Maddie Rose Hammock, and the ball knocked out of bounds, but they say it was last touched by the Lady Cavaliers. And then we'll see what sideline play is number 3 here for McNairy. To Phelps. Over to Hammock. She looks high, gives the ball to McCord. And Matthew, I looked down for just a second right when McCord hit that one.
Yeah,
from,
right from the
15?
elbow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And she made that one look pretty easy.
McCord's now got 5 in the contest. It's tied at 19 all. Ball knocked out of bounds. Well, you can't look down for a second. We had a little slippage here by this post on the table, and I was adjusting it. I think I still need to adjust it. There's a nice pass while falling down. Assist, Hart, basket, Robertson. And Crockett County has the lead again, 21-19. 3:28 to go in the second quarter of play. Phelps gets them 1-4, then cuts away, and they'll bring Hammock back to the top, driving after they gave the ball to the big girl. And I'm going to tell you what, we're having trouble with McCord, who has her 7th point.
Yeah, she's putting in work down there for sure.
Tied at 21 again. Good post battle. Crockett tries to spread out with 5 out, cutting a cutter through. Not much movement, and that allows McNairy to dig in. Fake the set of the high screen and roll. Could it be a charge? They call a block. Okay, that one could have gone either way, and we'll give the referee the benefit of the doubt. That's McCord's first. Asia Robinson shooting, and it's only the 3rd team foul. Robertson, who's 1 for 2 from the line tonight, will be there with a tie score at the 2:47 mark of 21 all. First one shot it, got it. Matthew, this one's really important here. We'll put a little more pressure. Looks like Crutchfield's going to check in for the first time tonight.
Yeah, she's going to come in for Emily White, and we're lacking depth on this team because Asia Robertson, if she knocks that one down there, her and Libby Hart and Ellie Pratt don't really come off the court too much. And,
of course, we only have the one freshman, and that's Kayla Bond, but she's improved a whole lot. 23-21, 2:38 to go in the first half of play. McNairy Central with the basketball. And let's see, did we have a little rooster fighting again? This time they're going to get Ellie Pratt with her 2nd foul. This will put McNairy Central in the 1-1. And going to the line, we'll pick it up. Looks like Maddie Ross Hammock. She'll have 1, and if she hits it, the bonus, she does not. And it's rebounded by Libby Hart. Hart brings the ball down the floor as the Cavaliers spread out against that sagging defense. 4 out, 1 in. Asia Robinson in the post. Wow. Now there was an offensive foul. Was it a?
He's giving.
Okay, it was a screen foul.
Illegal screen.
Emily Hart's first foul, team's 8th, 2:20 and counting. Lady Cavaliers have the lead, 23-21. Harmon with the ball, want to get rid of it. She gives it Phelps. Phelps likes that basketball. Here comes the trap. She passes out. Harmon will drive. Looking for Hammock. Hammock wanted to drive. May have gotten away with a walk. Tries to throw it inside. Scrambling around, jump ball. And I want to say the error belongs to the McNairy Central Lady Bobcats. What do you think, Matthew?
Yeah, I think the ball's going to stay here, McNairy.
And they'll go 1-4 high on this and try to X and break to the basket. And they get it to McCord, who has scored. Turning, spins, moves, misses. Shot rebounded by West, but her shot was blocked and rebound. And now they commit a foul. And you don't want your big girl. That's West's 2nd foul. Big girls don't commit fouls in the backcourt like that.
Yeah, that's not a very useful foul on her part, but we'll take it, and maybe they'll get into some foul trouble and have to bring her out.
Very articulately said by one of the best young color men in the nation. Here we go. Pratt on the drive. Inside to Hart. Hart looking for Kelsey Robertson. Crutchfield goes by her, but Robertson keeps it. The left-handed dribble. She splits it. She got fouled. Check and see if all the skin's still there on Kelsey's arm. And that's just Phelps' first foul, team 5th. Outside, Asia eyes it. She wanted to pull the trigger, but wisely pulled it, didn't. Here's Pratt up off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down to Hughes. Hannah Hughes back in the ball game. They got West out. Phelps likes that crossover and behind the back. Kelsey Robertson on her now. There comes help from Crutchfield to Harmon. Harmon back to Phelps. To Hammock on the right wing. There's the post battle down there. It's thrown in, lost. Could it be coast to coast? Asia Robertson takes it to the basket and lays it up, extending that lead at the 54-second mark.
Yeah, I could have told you from the second she got the ball that she was going to take that one all the way to the rack and lay it in.
And if you want to bet money, Matthew Cochran, one of the greatest prognosticators also. The three-point shot banked in. Trust me, fans, it counts, but Harmon did not mean for that one to bank in. It's a one-point game with 33 seconds. Her arm went across her body. It was supposed to have been a swish. 27 seconds. Robertson holding the ball about 45 feet away. Here comes Pratt out, and they'll tighten up on Pratt. Robertson, they'll just go out there. Not close enough for a count yet. Give it back to her, and that's right. They're not going to come out. 12 seconds, 10. They'll start their offense now. There's a high screen. They'll jump switch it into the corner. Pratt drives, bounce pass. Robertson up, her shot blocked. Rebound thrown up by Hart and missed at the basket. At the end of one half of play, the Lady Cavaliers 25 of Crockett County. The McNairy Central Lady Bobcats 24. You're listening to point5digital.com. Let's take a 2-minute timeout.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance in Alamo today, 696-5480. That's Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, 696-5480.
Crockett County Family Eye Care says Go Cavaliers, a member of Vision Source, North America's premier network of private practice optometrists. Crockett County Family Eye Care offers eye exams, glasses, contacts, screening, and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma, cataracts, dry eyes, and diabetic eye exams, all using the latest diagnostic equipment. Crockett Family Eye Care hours of operation are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8:30 till 5. Open late by appointment only. Crockett Family Eye Care, 135 South Bell Street, Alamo. Call 696-4004. Jasper Taylor, attorney at law, specializing in real estate closings. Super supporter of Crockett County High School and Cavalier football. Jasper Taylor, attorney at law, 94 East Main Street, Bells, 663-2737.
When was the last time you evaluated your automobile insurance policy? When it comes to your investment, just any old insurance won't do. State Farm Insurance offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Ken Davis, State Farm agent in Alamo, has a foundational understanding of automobile insurance and the policy that would fit your budget and needs. Call Ken Davis in Alamo and he will work with you side by side to choose the right policy for you. Ken Davis, Alamo State Farm agent. Call 696-5924.
If it has to do with your truck, Southern Trucks and 4x4 is your place. Upgrade your truck with a lift kit, wheel and tire combo, spray and bed liner, bed cover, winches, toolboxes, injectors, or turbos. Or maybe your Chevy, Dodge, or Ford diesel needs a repair, the engine rebuild, a transmission upgrade, or a custom tuning. Southern Trucks can make it happen. They can even tint your windows. Stop by and enjoy the no-pressure atmosphere at Southern Trucks and 4x4 on the 45 Bypass, 668-8084.
And back at Crockett County, and it's my pleasure to talk to the great coach of the Cavaliers. And Coach Stigall, we had a big weekend. We played really hard, maybe came up a little short. But we had a win, we had a loss, but we played so good this weekend.
We did play well this weekend. We got a big 57-point win on Saturday, and on Friday night I think we lost somewhere around 5 or 6. I'm not sure the exact number. But we played well both nights. We played Blytheville, Arkansas, and Palestine Wheatley, Arkansas, and we got better, which at this time of the year, that's what it's all about.
Oh, it really is, and we've got kids that are improving, and it's not an excuse. We got behind at football time, and some guys, you get in your legs, and you this, that, and the other. There's still a lot of shots to take. There's a lot of basketball to learn.
Yeah, there couldn't be very many more setbacks that we could have encountered. That we didn't have to tackle. So we're right. You know, I think we're in the midst of improvement and actual improvement. Not, you know, some guys improving here. When other guys come back, we'll improve some more there. But I think as a group, like as a team, we're starting to develop chemistry. We're starting to learn how to play with each other. You know, I go back. You know, we played this same team 20 days ago on December 2nd. Of course, I've watched the tape on it. And, you know, it's not even the same team. Like, it's the same players, but we're not the same team as we were 20 days ago. And, it kind of made me feel good. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We might get beat by 100. But we're better now than we were 20 days ago, just from execution standpoint, from the way we guard, just from the way we shoot. We just play a lot more comfortable on the offensive end, and we are better right now.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. The thing I like, it doesn't matter if you're 20 up, you're 20 down. You know what? Those kids play hard every second. That's a reflection on the coach, too.
Well, I don't know about that, but we try to emphasize how important how important not looking at the scoreboard is. And a year ago or in the last couple of years, it's been kind of hard to sell it, because if you're winning a lot and you're telling a kid not to look at the scoreboard and just play the possession, either offensively or defensively, that's a hard sell too, because they understand that maybe they're better than a team or not. And it's also a hard sell right now, because it's hard to tell a kid not to look at the scoreboard and just play the possession as well as he can play it. When you're losing or you're kind of behind in a game. But that's what you have to do. It's just a series of one possession games over and over and over again. And if you win more of those one possession games, you're going to win the whole game. And that's how we approach it as a program. Like you said, it's been hard with all the setbacks and just trying to kind of survive. When you're in survival mode, sometimes you don't look at it like that, but that's how we want to look at it as a program.
It really is. Now, something I like, you've got competition in the post area now that everybody's back, and those young men are really working hard. And then you've got guard competition. You've got enough guards that they're putting a little pressure on each other.
Yeah, the old coach once told me that if you're deep, you're either really good or you're really bad. And I don't know which one we fall in right now, but we do have some competition. Because we got a lot of guys that are not. There's not a whole lot of difference in them, and so it's easy if you make a mistake to kind of get the hook and go out. You look at our girls team. They're number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and as far as how good they are, there's a big difference in their 5, 6, and 7, and us that's not really the case. I have no clue. I think I know who our top 2 or 3 players are, but after that. It's kind of a crapshoot. So whoever's playing on well on a given night. That's why the other day, that's why last weekend was so good. We played a little faster, which I'm not a huge fan of, because I think you got to prepare to beat the best teams in your league. I think that's how you should build your program. But at the end of the day, like I said, we're trying to survive, and we did a pretty good job of getting out and pressuring and playing some full court defense, especially against Palestine Wheatley, which they weren't very good. They're kind of struggling. But even in the fourth quarter against Blytheville, we kind of picked up the pressure and did a good job of turning them over. So that may be something that we go to tonight. I don't know, but it's something that we're trying to survive. We're trying to win games, so it may be something we go to.
What's the keys to victory tonight against McNairy Central, who has a pretty good
We got to score.
Team. Yeah. We
got to score, and that's what, the team we played on site, we scored 90 points, which I don't know if you'd have told me before that you could have locked us in a gym for 32 minutes and been 5-0 and we'd have scored 90 points. But we were able to make shots with confidence, and we played a lot more freely. And tonight they're going to try to make it into a grinder. And, if we're playing Ripley or we're playing Fayette, where we're trying to make it into a grinder, and they're going to try to we just got to play free and try to play fast and just make shots and make plays that are there and not try to overthink things. And then do a great job defensively. They try to get the ball inside, and that is a little bit of our strength at this point. So hopefully we can guard them on the inside and try to pressure them a little bit.
Defensive intensity picks up when you're scoring, doesn't it?
It does. We've kind of been subject to this. If a team doesn't think you're very good, they're more confident, therefore they're going to shoot better against you. And if they know they're good, you're playing a good team, sometimes you're a little tighter, and then those shots it's kind of a snowball effect. So we knew we were playing a team we were better than, and so we kind of shot the ball well. Hopefully tonight will be the same way.
Coach, anything you want to say to the Crockett County fans?
Now, there is nothing else to do in Alamo on December the 22nd. So get out from front of your couch or wherever you are listening and get to the game, because we need people here. And when I looked at the schedule initially, I thought this game would be, very scarcely populated. But now, I'm hoping for a really good crowd, and it looks like a lot of them have showed up. But we're real thankful for all the support they've given us through our hard times, and better times are on the way. And come out, watch a good girls team, and hopefully we'll try to put a good product on the floor too.
Amen. Enjoyed it. Crazy section starting to fill up. I love
good.
Watching them. I have to remember to watch the game and forget to watch them because they have fun over there.
You got it.
Okay, that is Coach John Stigall. We will be back on Point 5 Digital after this timeout.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance in Alamo today, 696-5480. That's Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, 696-5480.
Crockett County Family Eye Care says go Cavaliers. A member of Vision Source, North America's premier network of private practice optometrists, Crockett County Family Eye Care offers eye exams, glasses, contacts, screening, and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma, cataracts, dry eyes, and diabetic eye exams, all using the latest diagnostic equipment. Crockett Family Eye Care hours of operation are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8:30 till 5. Open late by appointment only. Crockett Family Eye Care, 135 South Bell Street, Alamo. Call 696-4004. Carroll Home Care of Alamo specializes in helping you manage life safely in the privacy and comfort of your own home with prompt, reliable, personal service. Carroll offers skilled nursing, physical therapy, certified nursing assistants, and medical social services. Carroll accepts Medicare, TennCare, and most private insurance plans. Visit our website at carollinc.com. Carroll Home Care Alamo, where feeling better is being at home. Call 696-4581, 696-4581. Carroll Home Care Alamo, 147 South Bell Street.
Everyone who's anyone knows there's only one location to go to for the best in burgers, pasta, and pizza. Bob's, located at 92 East Main and Bells next to Ho-Ho's. Bob serves up the best burgers. Try the smothered burger or maybe the bacon blue burger. Pizza lovers, try the T-Rex or the loaded cheese fry pizza. Pasta, appetizers, and more at Bob's. Bob's is open regularly till 8, but Cavalier fans, come by Bob's after the football game on Friday nights. They're open till 11. Bob's Burger, Pasta, and Pizza, 345-3055. Or find us online at bobsburgerpastapizza.com.
And back here at Crockett County, as you saw while we were finishing hearing from some of our good sponsors, that adjustments have been made. Ball goes in low to Hart. She got bumped. That's some big girls that hit her then. She's limping just a hair. And same starting lineup for Crockett County. There's a double team that Hammock comes out of and into the high post to McCord. McCord shot up, left short. Rebound, Caitlin West, but she's standing right there. Please go ahead and give the ball. I wish players everywhere, not just in this game, would just hand the ball to the officials. You may not be happy with the call, but go ahead and give it to them. Everybody.
Yeah, she was standing right on the line there, and I don't know if she was surprised at the call or surprised at herself.
Pratt to Taylor to Hart, who wanted that three. She's hit one already tonight to Kelsey Robertson. To Asia Robertson, she fakes. There's a blocking foul. Yes, ma'am, she got by you. Good call.
And as you mentioned, we're starting this second half with the same lineup we started the game with, which is somewhat dangerous because Bailey Taylor's in a little bit of foul trouble. She has 3 personal fouls, and that could come back to hurt us.
That could, and there's a pass just over Hart's head, and we're not smooth. Robertson, Asia had 13 in the first half. Hart had 7, and Ellie Pratt had 5. That's the only scoring. A crossover dribble by Hammond into the low post. West, who is a low. She got her shot blocked by Hart, but picked up by McNairy. To McCord. McCord down to West. West will spin, left-handed shot up and good. She gets it that low. It's her 8th point. Good timeout. Crockett County wants a timeout. We're going to take a timeout on .5 Digital.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
And back here, that's the first lead by McNairy Central at 26-25, and it was in the third quarter down at McNairy, we were told, is where the game got close. Crockett County inbound, and Asia Robertson will bring the ball up. Bailey Taylor in the far right corner. And let's see, McNairy may be they're playing man-to-man, but West not going to go out on the perimeter and guard. Bailey Taylor has shot 3 up just off the front of the iron. Rebound. Libby Hart gets it, goes up just a little strong. Rebound by West. Close, but she didn't walk, and she'll give the ball off to Hammock. Hammock gives it to Phelps. Bailey Taylor back on Phelps. Here comes Pratt for the double team. There's the rotation. Kelsey Robertson picks Up the girl down to Hammock in the corner. Her three off the iron, no good. Rebound. Kind of hard to pick up then, Matthew.
Yeah, and I saw West share some words with the bench, as I doubt they wanted her putting the ball on the floor there.
Yeah, I have a feeling Coach Lott told her to give the ball to a guard. Here's Hart. Tried to make the bounce pass. I thought it was kicked away, but they said it was bounce pass off. Look at Pratt go. Her shot up. Will it stay? No, it's stuck. Jump ball possession error belongs to McNairy Central. Okay, come on. Somebody jump up there and knock it out. I don't think any of the girls are going to jump up there and knock it. A lot of times you have to get a ball and throw from straight underneath. You throw it at an angle, it'll wedge worse. There we go. We'll give that young referee a gold star for that. 26-25. McNairy Central has their first lead in the contest. It's been tied 5 times. Screen across. Pressure by the Lady Cavaliers. Ball knocked away, and here's Harmon with it. Harmon pushed off on Pratt, but got away with it to Phelps. They'll break it across the timeline at the 9 count. 5:11 to go in the third quarter. McNairy Central, Harmon into the high post. They like that high-low game. Back to Harmon, who drives. Curl pass knocked away. Asia Robertson very active, Matthew.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of moving around and playing great defense, and also doing really good on offense on the drive. And her and Libby Hart is really impressive this year.
There's the old pick for the picker play on the out of bounds. Coming in is Harmon in the right corner, wanting to feed the big girl McCord. West has been in the lane for 3 light years and now gets out of it. Oh, good knock away by Taylor, but McNairy picks it up into McCord driving. And I'm going to tell you what, we need to buy a hot dog and Coke for Asia Robertson. She took a charge in the half. That reminded me of when I saw Steve Stutes, the great running back at Haywood, cow tromp some people on the way to the goal line. That hurt me up here. I don't know about you guys. I'm not tough like Gray is. But it belongs to the Lady Cavaliers, who trail by 1 at the 4:39 mark in the third quarter. On the left wing to Bailey Taylor. She puts it on the floor, gets it over to Kelsey Robertson, who's about 30 feet away, and Robertson passes, makes a basket cut. Pratt puts it on the floor. Not making McNairy move a whole lot. Coach Witherspoon wants a little air, some movement. Taylor brings it out front. There's the cutter. Through. Offside exchange on the backside. Asia Robertson has the basketball now. Driving. Goes to the hole. Lays it up just off the glass. Rebound. West has a ton of those. Santa Claus doesn't have any more toys in his sack than West has rebounds. 3:59 and counting into the high post. Knocked away, but got back by West. She's got quick hands. Into McCord, who's now in the high post. Her shot up. No good. Rebound. West got it and went back up. McCord gets it. Goes back up now. A 3-point McNairy lead. McCord with 9. 28-25. 3:40 to go. They're just knocking us off the boards, Matthew.
Yeah, they're definitely out-rebounding us, and they're getting a lot of those putbacks down low, too, without much resistance from our post players.
Here's Pratt, her 3, and she ties this thing up. Dial Ellie Pratt from NBA range. Here's a steal by Asia Robinson. She stops. She pops. It's off the glass. Rebound comes down to Harmon of McNairy Central. Here's the pressure back on. Taylor hawking Phelps. Phelps gets away. Here comes Pratt over. They've got her in the corner, and she managed to get out of there and back to Harmon. To Hammock on the right wing. To West, who goes to the hole. We got to cut the baseline and make her spin the other way. West has 10 points now. It's a 2-point McNairy lead.
She is putting in work down low. She's an impressive player down there.
She is a strong physical post player, plays hard. And 2 teams are, oh, we got some kind of offensive foul. 2-4. It's Libby Hart's second first team foul. And Hart going to get a rest. Here comes the press, 30-28. Hammock handling it. They'll get it back to Harmon. And then always to Phelps. Very dependent on Phelps to get it across the timeline. The other girls have handled it, but not when it came time to get it across. Here is Hammock. Her 2 up. No good. Missed. Rebound. Kayla Bond to her pass stolen. McCord had the rebound, and it goes off of Pratt as Pratt tried to steal it away. We were a little careless with the outlet pass.
Yeah, going to have to be more careful there.
30-28, McNairy leading. Into the low post, back outside Hammock, wanting to refeed in the low post to Harmon. Check that pivot foot. There's a pass to Phelps. She tried to get away from Taylor. Taylor recovered quickly. Hammock really didn't want to shoot. They give it to the big girl at the free throw line, and that was West missing. Here's Asia Robertson, and she turns on the speed. You'd almost think Asia was a cross-country runner. She's never is hurting for air. She's always in shape. Here's Pratt on the drive to Kelsey Robertson. To Bond. And Bond, a little T-Bear shuffle step. And the McNairy fans help the referees. Got news for the fans. He can call it. He did a good job, made the proper call in a timely manner. You know what fan is short for? The word fanatic. Just like the Philly fanatic. Matthew Cochran along with Coach Joe. Running the camera this game is Gray Tucker. He'll be with us in the boys game. And they're probably going to get Pratt for the hand being on the back. Matthew, the foul's mounting up. That's Pratt's third foul.
Yeah, we've had foul trouble this year a lot, in my opinion. And Ellie Pratt, I feel like she's gotten into a lot of foul trouble in some games.
Okay, Matthew, we will let you take the McNairy possession. There's a block shot, and it is your ball with Crockett County now.
Yeah, now Libby Hart's going to give it over to Ellie Pratt as she crosses half-court line. Libby Hart's going to look. This little pump fake, and she's going to be fouled as she goes up. And West doesn't like that call there, but the refs are going to call a shooting foul as Libby Hart will go to the line now to shoot two.
I don't think Jerry Lott liked it either, but you're right about shooting two, and this will be Hart's first time at the free throw line. Now our student color man will do play-by-play for the Crockett County. I'll take the ball back for you fans.
Yeah, and there that first one rims out for Libby Hart as she will get another shot here. As it's 30-28, McNairy lead with a minute 10 remaining as West is not going to be checked out of the game. Is that her fourth foul or only her third?
I've only got her with three.
I think that's her third foul. Yeah.
And let's see, we got 35 in the ball game.
And the next shot from Libby Hart rims out. Two unfortunate bounces there as McNairy will take over.
And McNairy's Phelps got the basketball. We got to cut her off coming down the right sideline. She gets by Pratt. They feed in the low post to McCord. And nobody rotated over. It's a 32-28 lead.
Yeah, now Ellie Pratt going to be pushing it. 50 seconds left. She swings it over to Kelsey Robertson. And Libby Hart pulls up from about the free throw line. But she misses. But Adria Robertson does a great job to battle for that rebound. And she is going to be fouled by number 31, Alexis Trice. And now the Lady Cavaliers are going to have the ball under the basket with 40 seconds remaining. Down 32-28 here in this third quarter.
And, wow, we got 30 seconds, Matthew.
Yeah, now Bailey Taylor on the right wing. Gives it over to Libby Hart in the corner. She's going to go baseline. She gets it, and that ball just rolls off the rim. 30 seconds left, McNairy ball.
Going to be a tight quarter. This is Gray in the ball game. Back out front to Phelps with 20 seconds. On the wing to Harmon. Harmon into McCord in the high post. Looking for help. Gives it to Emma Gray. Gray back to McCord. McCord drove hard. Outside to Hammock to Phelps. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Phelps with it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Here's a running one-hander, and it goes in.
What a shot.
What a shot. You have to give the kid credit, her 8th point, and it's a 34-28 lead. You're listening to point5digital.com. Let's take a 1-minute timeout.
Just in case you need legal help or advice, call Harold E. Dorsey, attorney at Law in Alamo. Harold Dorsey specializes in criminal defense, divorce, child custody, and personal injury. He knows the law and how to resolve issues efficiently. For a lawyer that can work it all out, remember Harold E. Dorsey, a law firm dedicated to the best interests of their clients. Located right on the Alamo Court Square at 5 South Johnson. Or call 696-5115, 696-5115.
Come join us this weekend at Old Town Spaghetti Store for a little Italian and a lot of fun. Dine inside or out with full-service dining available on the patio and covered terrace. Specials this weekend include Old Town Spaghetti Store's famous prime rib choice Iowa beef with side item and your choice of soup and salad. And the Mediterranean pasta will satisfy your Italian cravings. Penne pasta, fresh spinach, sliced mushrooms, grilled chicken, shrimp, Roma tomatoes, and artichokes in a creamy white wine sauce. Dessert special is pumpkin cheesecake. Old Town Spaghetti Store, Carriage House Drive, Jackson.
And back at Crockett County, where the Lady Cavaliers this late in the ball game probably trail for the first time, as they trail by 6, 34-28, and it'll be Lady Cavalier basketball. Asia Robertson has 13 for the Lady Cavaliers, 7 for Hart, and 8 for Pratt. 2 people in double figures, McCord and West for McNairy Central with 11 and 10. And here's our student play-by-play man for the Crockett County play-by-play.
Yeah, Asia Robertson's going to be over on the right wing. She gives it to Libby Hart at the top of the key, and it's going to be knocked away by McCord. And now McNairy will take over.
And McNairy Phelps there she gets stymied, and what a great play by Bailey Taylor. It'll still belong to McNairy, but I've seen a young lady very careful, because I've seen people get called for a technical. I think the referee used good judgment then. Haven Phelps don't need to get frustrated. Hammock with the basketball. She'll try Ellie Pratt. Pratt cuts her off on the right wing. Back to Phelps, 7:29 and counting. Check the physical play inside. Coming underneath the screen is Taylor, making Phelps pick up the dribble. Emma Gray still in there feeding the high post. And here's Phelps wanting to drive. Pulls back, 3 up, 3 down, and Phelps, somebody's going to have to call the fire department to put her out on threes.
Yeah, now Ellie Pratt's going to try driving, kicks it out to Bailey Taylor in the right corner. She pulls up and swish. Nothing but net there. Lady Cavaliers going to be pressing now, as McNairy's going to be pushing the ball up the court.
Yep. Here's Phelps coming down to Emma Gray. They want to play high-low again to McCord. Back to Phelps. She wanted a 3. Drives. I'll call a blocking foul. If we could have gotten there one step quicker, we would have picked up a charge off of her. That is Pratt's 4th foul. That is an item. Shot up and missed by Phelps, and that's her first free throw. That's a big miss. Ellie Pratt has to come out. Emily White in for Crockett County. 6:43 to go in the contest. 37-31 McNairy. Second free throw missed. Do we have enough players to play Hack-a-Shack, Matthew?
Well, here, Libby Hart going to drop down to the post, and she's going to miss a lay-in. And not a good possession there by the Lady Cavaliers, I don't think.
No, we didn't. Positioning was wrong to go up strong, and we did get there. Here's the big girl, and they're going to drop step and go baseline. McCord gets inside on that baseline, scores her 13th.
Yeah, now the ball's going to be inbounded from Asia Robertson to Kelsey Robertson, who gives it back to Asia. And we're going to be looking to do something different here. Asia Robertson's going to drive, goes up, and just off the backboard as McCord pulls down the rebound. Bailey Taylor with great effort there. But Phelps is going to recover. And now timeout.
I think that's a wise timeout by Jerry Lott. One of his girls got a little frustrated, and they were out of control. McNairy Central takes a timeout with the score 39-31. McNairy Central ahead. Let's take a timeout on Point 5 Digital.
If it has to do with your truck, Southern Trucks and 4x4 is your place. Upgrade your truck with a lift kit, wheel and tire combos, frame bed liner, bed cover, winches, toolboxes, injectors, or turbos. Or maybe your Chevy, Dodge, or Ford diesel needs a repair, the engine rebuild, the transmission upgrade, or custom tuning. Southern Trucks can make it happen. They can even tint your windows. Stop by and enjoy the no-pressure atmosphere at Southern Trucks and 4x4 on the 45 Bypass, 668-8084.
39-31, McNairy Central leads in the fourth quarter, 5:52. Coach Joe Holloway along with Matthew Cochran, Gray Tucker. Matthew will be doing the play-by-play when Crockett County has the basketball. I will switch it back and forth when McNairy has it. I will be doing it. Looks like Hammock with the basketball. That's Maddie Rose Hammock. Down to Emma Gray. Gray, pursued by Kelsey Robertson. Back outside, jump ball should be in the possession of the Lady Cavaliers. Jerry Lott up quickly, checking the officials out. And probably saying, Mr. Official, do you think she might have been pulling it away then? And he said, no, sir, she wasn't. It's Lady Cavalier ball.
Yeah, and here, Libby Hart's working on the perimeter a little bit tonight as Coach Robertson can have on the left wing, gives it back to Hart at the top of the key, who then gives it to White. Bailey Taylor in the corner. Finds Hart on the right wing. She's guarded tightly by McCord, but they get it down to Asia Robertson in the post, and she goes up, is fouled, and makes the shot.
And you'll see Emma Gray coming out very quick, and I have a feeling that Harmon's coming back on. She can't handle Asia Robertson in the low post.
Yeah, now Asia Robertson's going to try to complete this three-point play, yeah. As Lady Cavaliers trail
and one, as you young folks say.
39-33, and she is going to miss that free throw as McCord gets the rebound.
This is Harmon with a basketball. Could have been a charge. The referee thought a no call. We'll defer to him. Over to Maddie Rose Hammock into the low post. West this time triple team. They've got a person open in the corner, but we'll be glad for it to shoot. I don't know. Could this be a travesty of judge? This is going to be a hard call. I could have made a case for it going either way, and Kelsey Robertson picks up her.
I feel like they're both going for it. Just a physical play. Kind of want to see a no call there, but not what we're going to get.
Bailey Taylor going to get a rest. Ellie Pratt back in. 39-33. Here's McNairy Central with the basketball. Hammock drives in the lane. Shoots from the free throw line. Banks it in. Her first two of the night. It's a 41-33 lead. 8-pointer, Matthew.
Yeah, now Ellie Pratt going to give it off to Kelsey Robertson on the right wing as that's going to be Phelps knocking that one away.
Forced a few in there, and that time now McNairy kind of orchestrating at the 4:26 mark. They're taking their time and making sure their post players handle it every possession. Back out front. Phelps got it, driving left, guarded by White. Gets by White. Stop there. We had good help. Back outside to Harmon. Harmon wants to feed, skip passing across to Hammock on the left wing. Looking inside. Ball almost knocked away. Back to Harmon. 4-minute mark. McNairy's already burned about 30 seconds off this possession of the clock. Inside to West, who wants to go baseline. And West goes to the basket on the drop step to the baseline. 10-point lead, Matthew.
Yeah, you can't stop West down low. She's done a great job all night. Now Ellie Pratt going to be fouled there. I believe that foul was on Hammock.
That's interesting. That's not who I would have called the foul on.
Now Ellie Pratt's going to take it out under the basket. Gives it to Kelsey Robertson in the corner as Phelps is going to steal that one and get fouled herself. She took a pretty good shot to the face. Just
Libby Hart,
yeah. Libby Robertson. Or Libby Hart, not Asia Robertson, but Libby Hart. Just going for the ball there, and McNairy's on the bonus.
They're not in the bonus. I don't know why we're walking. Now, if we get fouled, we're in the bonus. And it'll be McNairy Central ball. We've got to have the basketball. Crockett County trailing by 10 at the 3:36 mark in the fourth quarter. Full court, eyeball to eyeball, man-to-man press. We did not switch, and the ball came in too easy to Maddie Rose Hammock, who streaks down the right sideline, wanting to feed the big girl. Back around on the perimeter. You see a high-low there. Moving it around. Harmon's got it on the left wing now. The post exchange. Skip pass. And that one, Coach Jerry Lott says, chin it. Make the two-handed pass, not the overhead pass. Crockett County wants to take a timeout, trailing by 10. We'll take a timeout on .5 digital.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
When you have decided a nursing home may truly be the best option for you or a family member, visit Alamo or Bell's Nursing Home. They have earned the reputation as one of the top providers of both long and short-term health care. Each patient is the central focus of excellent nursing care. Compassionate and reliable to make sure you have peace of mind. Find out today why Alamo and Bell's Nursing Homes are the right choice. In Alamo, call 696-4541, Bell 663-2335.
And we're back here, and the basketball will belong to the Crockett County Cavaliers. Here is Matthew Cochran with the Crockett County offense.
Yeah, Asia Robertson's going to be bringing the ball down the court here. And
clock didn't start here. We'll mind you, Southern Trucks and 4x4 bring you all the .5 digital broadcast. Tell fans, I just found out tonight from Coach Stigall's wife's grandparents that they didn't know it was on .5 digital. They're going to be watching from now on. Here we go. Here's Matthew Cochran.
yeah, now Asia Robertson has the ball with the clock running. And she's going to give a little drive, kicks it out to Ellie Proud on the right wing, who's going to drive herself, goes up from about 8 feet and misses off the front of the iron.
A little short on that one. 2:59, 10-point lead. And there's the behind-the-back dribble by Phelps. Pratt guarding Maddie Ross Hammock. Back to Phelps as they bring it around the horn. Phelps is going to handle it a whole lot right now. 2:44 and counting. Got to have quick baskets and quick steals now for the Lady Cavaliers. McNairy wants to use as much time. Remember, they ran over 30 seconds off the last possession. And there's not that many possessions left in this contest. Loose ball on the floor, and who has it? It's a jump ball. Possession arrow, though, says McNairy Central. Comes Bailey Taylor, who is a defensive wizard, back out there.
Yeah, I think she's still with 3 fouls, so not too much of a problem now with 2 minutes left in this contest.
You are absolutely correct. Here's McNairy on the attack. And the ball got knocked out of bounds. 2:22 to go. Harmon to trigger the inbounds. They run the curl play out of the line. They'll hand off back, and they'll use as much time. They're not really looking to attack. There's one. Who's it off of? They say it was last touch, but what an effort by Taylor.
Yeah, she tried saving that one, but did a great job to interrupt that play anyways.
Hammock with the basketball on the right wing, pursued by Pratt. Here is Hart, and she just, arm came out to gain possession and kind of knocked Hart down. Round the horn, 2:02 and counting. Safe handoffs. You either got to get skinny and get through there or knock it away. And McNairy's doing everything they can to hold it. 1:51 and counting. And now we've got a foul. Is it an inside foul? And it'll be on the baseline if it is. Libby Hart. Matthew, I've got her with 4 in the 16 foul.
Yeah, it's her 4th and 16, you're correct.
And I think that Crockett County is going to call a timeout with Crockett County trailing 43-33. Let's take a timeout on .5 digital.
When was the last time you evaluated your automobile insurance policy? When it comes to your investment, just any old insurance won't do. State Farm Insurance offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Ken Davis, State Farm agent in Alamo, has a foundational understanding of automobile insurance and the policy that would fit your budget and needs. Call Ken Davis in Alamo and he will work with you side by side to choose the right policy for you. Ken Davis, Alamo State Farm agent. Call 696-5924.
Back here and we've got what was a White Knucklers, a 10-point lead with 1:50. McNairy leading. Don't forget about Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Harry Dorsey, attorney at law, Crockett Family Eye Care, bringing you this as McNairy inbounds again to Phelps, and that's who they want handling the ball, to Hammock. Now you got to deny Phelps the basketball. Bailey Taylor runs up and commits her 4th foul. And Matthew, I believe that'll be one in the bonus. One thing that hurts for the Hack-a-Shack is we don't have a deep bench.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we get into foul trouble, and without depth, that really hurts you.
Phelps, wouldn't you know it, she missed her 2 a while ago and now hits the 1-and-1. Makes it an 11-point lead. Phelps has 9 on the night. Actually, she has 12 on the night. Hits both of them here at crunch time. What kind of shooter are you? Here's Crockett County.
Yeah, now Bailey Taylor in the corner. She gives it back to Libby Hart, top of the key. 14-footer is short. But Asia Robertson gets the board, and she's going to get the ball knocked away there in the post. Now Bailey Taylor's going to commit her 5th foul.
That should be her 5th foul. Emily White coming in, and this puts Phelps, who missed her first 2 and then hit the last 2, and Phelps has 13 on the night now. Boy, she's drilling the free throws. She must be a good under 2-minute free throw shooter. 46-33, 1:25 to go in the contest. Crockett County trailing. Here's the rebound. Hart brings it up the floor. Crockett County spreading out. There's Robertson on the perimeter. Trying to get Pratt free for a 3, and here's Matthew Cochran.
Yeah, Asia Robertson has it at the top of the key. She gives it to Ellie Pratt on the right wing, who's going to look to drive. She goes up, and 2 points there as the Lady Cavaliers trail by 11 with under a minute now remaining.
McNairy on the attack. Phelps gets it across. Kelsey Robertson commits the foul, and that's all you can do is, some people call it the hack-a-shack strategy. It's still a 1 in the bonus if she hits it. 11-point lead for McNairy Central, 51.1 seconds. First shot by Haven Phelps is up, rolls in good. I will say this for the young lady. At crunch time, under 2 minutes, she is a very good free throw shooter and is a great three-point shooter. She had 3 threes tonight. Second one off the iron. Missed that one. Here's Hart, 48 seconds.
Yeah, now she's going to go to Ellie Pratt, who is going to pull up. And that one goes off the back of the iron, as they're going to call a foul there on Emily White. And with 40 seconds remaining in the game, Lady Cavaliers trail the McNairy Central Lady Bobcats 47-35.
And all you can do now is foul, and that is White, Emily White's first foul. At the line, Maddie Ross Hammock, she's 0 for 1 at the line. But she hits that one. Boy, late in the game, the McNairy free throw shooting has picked up.
Yeah, they haven't really missed too many here when they needed them. She knocks down both of those.
49-35. Ball rolled in. Pratt couldn't find the handle. It was a fumble. I don't know what everybody's hollering about. Proper call by the official. Here's Robertson wanting to take it to the hole. Pulls up 12-footer, and she's fouled. Coach Lott will probably talk to Harmon a little bit about, he will later. I can see the look. I've seen Jerry for a long time. Not hitting our free throws late, Matthew.
No, we're not. We're on the top of our game tonight in that area.
And then the second one, good. 35 for Crockett, 50. And you can see the press. Phelps is going to break it on the crossover. 19 seconds with a 15-point lead. McNairy has the ball. Harmon to Phelps. Into McCord. Back outside to Harmon. 9 seconds to Hammock. Down low to West. West turn, gets her shot blocked at the 2-second mark. And this contest will end. Lady Cavaliers have their first loss of the year, 50-35. They played hard, but nothing would fall, Matthew.
No, we didn't play our best game tonight, but we did lose to a very good McNairy team. They have a great post presence, especially, and some great outside shooters. So
you're right about that. You hit the nail on the head. They have a very good post presence.
But we weren't on the top of our game by any means.
No, we've had a week layoff, and we're not making excuse for the kids. They played hard, but some shots that we've hit in these previous games, a little short. We'll have Coach Megan Witherspoon at halftime of the boys' game to talk about this exciting contest. Again, the McNairy Central Lady Bobcats come in and win 50-35. And we're going to stop the contest. Matthew, do you know more about what's happening right now? I know we've got an award to Libby Hart.
I believe it has something to do with career points. I'm not sure. I was not notified about this.
We'll ask Coach
prior to now.
And I know she's had some great weeks and things like that. And Asia Robinson coming back out, the other senior who I believe both these young ladies are 4-year starters too, aren't they?
Yes, they have been. I'm not sure if they started all 4 years, but they've definitely gotten playing time all 4 years.
They are great players. We're going to take a timeout for a while and let you hear from some of these fine sponsors. Before we go to that timeout, we'll remind you some of the other sponsors are Bank of Crockett, Bob's Burgers, Pasta and Pizza, Jasper Taylor, Attorney at Law, Carroll, also Young Hughes Insurance, Old Town Spaghetti Store, State Farm, Ken Davis, LUTC, and, of course, Alamo Bells Nursing and Rehabilitation Centers and Young Hughes Insurance. Let's take that time out, and we'll come back for the boys' game in just a few moments. Again, first loss for the Lady Cavaliers, but what a season they're having. Let's take that time out on Point 5 Digital.
You're watching Cavalier football on point5digital.com. We're in a break and we'll return to the game shortly.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance in Alamo today, 696-5480. That's Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, 696-5480.
Crockett County Family Eye Care says Go Cavaliers! A member of Vision Source, North America's premier network of private practice optometrists, Crockett County Family Eye Care offers eye exams, glasses, contacts, screening, and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma, cataracts, dry eyes, and diabetic eye exams, all using the latest diagnostic equipment. Crockett Family Eye Care hours of operation are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8:30 till 5. Open late by appointment only. Crockett Family Eye Care, 135 South Bell Street, Alamo. Call 696-4004.
This is Cavalier football on point5digital.com. Point 5 Digital is your local source for local, regional, and national news. Our news services are updated around the clock every 15 minutes. Cavalier football will be right back.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
When you have decided a nursing home may truly be the best option for you or a family member, visit Alamo or Bell's Nursing Home. They have earned the reputation as one of the top providers of both long and short-term health care. Each patient is the central focus of excellent nursing care, compassionate and reliable to make sure you have peace of mind. Find out today why Alamo and Bell's Nursing Homes are the right choice. In Alamo, call 696-4541, Bell 663-2335.
Point 5 Digital is your source for local news in Crockett County. From obituaries to news from the Crockett County Commission, make Point 5 Digital your homepage. Cavalier football will be right back.
Carroll Home Care of Alamo specializes in helping you manage life safely in the privacy and comfort of your own home with prompt, reliable, personal service. Carroll offers skilled nursing, physical therapy, certified nursing assistants, and medical social services. Carroll accepts Medicare, TennCare, and most private insurance plans. Visit our website at carrollinc.com. Carroll Home Care Alamo, where feeling better is being at home. Call 696-4581, 696-4581. Carroll Home Care Alamo, 147 South Bell Street.
Everyone who's anyone knows there's only one location to go to for the best in burgers, pasta, and pizza. Bob's, located at 92 East Main and Bells next to Ho-Ho's. Bob serves up the best burgers. Try the smothered burger or maybe the bacon blue burger. Pizza lovers, try the T-Rex or the loaded cheese fry pizza. Pasta, appetizers, and more at Bob's. Bob's is open regularly till 8, but Cavalier fans, come by Bob's after the football game on Friday nights. They're open till 11. Bob's Burger, Pasta, and Pizza, 345-3055. Or find us online at bobsburgerpastapizza.com.
Your local weather report and live weather radar can always be found on point5digital.com. Sign up for free severe weather text alerts. Point 5 sends to your cell phone. Subscribe to the free daily weather forecast, too. Cavalier football. We'll be right back.
Jasper Taylor, attorney at law, specializing in real estate closings. Super supporter of Crockett County High School and Cavalier football. Jasper Taylor, attorney at law, 94 East Main Street, Bells, 663-2737.
Cavalier Pharmacy in Alamo is a proud supporter of Crockett County athletics. Cavalier Pharmacy has a convenient drive-through window and offers prescription compounding services, 24-hour emergency service, along with fast, friendly, reliable service. Cavalier Pharmacy also offers free local delivery. Cavalier Pharmacy provides free Medicare Part D drug plan counseling, and we accept all major credit cards, Medicare Part D plans, and offer affordable cash prices. Cavalier Pharmacy, 8 North Cavalier Drive in Alamo.
Want to listen to News Talk 101.5? It's on Point 5 Digital around the clock. The live stream is free. And what kind of music do you like? Check out our music stations. We stream a dozen music channels 24/7, virtually commercial free. It's all here at point5digital.com. Cavalier football will be right back.
When was the last time you evaluated your automobile insurance policy? When it comes to your investment, just any old insurance won't do. State Farm Insurance offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Ken Davis, State Farm agent in Alamo, has a foundational understanding of automobile insurance and the policy that would fit your budget and needs. Call Ken Davis in Alamo and he will work with you side by side to choose the right policy for you. Ken Davis, Alamo State Farm agent. Call 696-5924.
You're watching Cavalier football on point5digital.com. We're in a break and we'll return to the game shortly.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance in Alamo today, 696-5480. That's Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, 696-5480.
Crockett County Family Eye Care says go Cavaliers. A member of Vision Source, North America's premier network of private practice optometrists, Crockett County Family Eye Care offers eye exams, glasses, contacts, screening, and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma, cataracts, dry eyes, and diabetic eye exams, all using the latest diagnostic equipment. Crockett Family Eye Care hours of operation are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8:30 till 5. Open late by appointment only. Crockett Family Eye Care, 135 South Bell Street, Alamo. Call 696-4004.
This is Cavalier football on point5digital.com. Point 5 Digital is your local source for local, regional, and national news. Our news services are updated around the clock every 15 minutes. Cavalier football. We'll be right back.
And we are back here, a little table. Our table slides on us a little bit. I think we may have it off on that end, but that's okay. Unfortunate, a loss for the girls. But you know what? It's better to do this now than to do it at tournament time. And McNairy has a very good ball club, so no shame losing to them. They are well coached. They play hard. The Lady Cavaliers played hard, just had some shots that wouldn't fall tonight, some rebounds. And some post scoring, 50-35, the unhappy final in that game. But the Lady Cavaliers will be back in action next week at Oman Arena. We're going to have the starting lineups for both teams here, and we will pick up the McNairy starting lineup as we were not privy to it, but it looks like number 20, Alan Rickman, will be starting for McNairy Central. A sophomore, number 21, Brandon Walker, will also start for them. A junior, number 25, that is Darius Sanders, and he can play basketball. Trust me. Also starting tonight, number 33, a senior, Nicholas Crabb. And the final starter is a junior, Grant Goodman, number 35. Here is Gray Tucker with your, I start to say Cleveland Cavaliers. It's Crockett County Cavaliers.
And here's our Crockett County Cavaliers starting lineup. We have sophomore number 1, Josh Welch. And we have sophomore number 15, Nolan Holyfield. We have freshman, the big man, number 32, Jordan Branch, coming in.
Starting guard, senior, 00, Jakaya.
And we have the senior, 00, Jakaya Riddick.
And starting guard, senior, number 11, Clark.
And the senior, number 11, Clark Scott, coming in.
And we want to give a shout out, first of all, Coach Stigall's father, I know, is listening, and maybe everybody in his family also. Coach Kent Scott's got a ton of relatives, including his dad, sister, aunt, I believe a nephew by marriage, all listening down in Florida tonight. Wow, we've got audience all over, and I happen to know that there are some servicemen overseas listening to this contest. Coach Stigall's grandparents-in-law, I guess you'd call them, they are here tonight. They did not know that you could listen to this on .5 Digital. Please spread the word. They said they're going to go back and watch the game's archive tonight. Gray Tucker doing the color of this game. He'll do some play-by-play later in the night as we do with our students. Matt Cochran did a great job in the first game, and he is now on the camera. Here's the tip, and it belongs to the Cavaliers of Crockett County. Welch with the basketball. It'll be man-to-man to open up by McNairy. We thought there might be some zone. Here's a lob to Holofield, but
that was just a little miscommunication out there.
A little long on that one to McNairy here on the run out. With the ball is Darius Walker, or actually that is Walker. It's not Darius Brandon. Very quickly to Sanders. This will be a high-low, but there'll be a lot more movement than you saw in the girls' game. And there, a great defensive effort by Welch. But it still belongs to McNairy.
That was a really good hustle play by Josh Welch.
Really was. That's one thing about this boys team. The girls and the boys both, they hustle so much. Box offense, the wings, X, guard through, cut by McNairy. They'll back pick for the big man, but driving over there is Alan Rickman. Down into the low post, looking to kick it out. Good defense by the Cavaliers so far at the 7-13 mark. Again, down in the low post, spinning is Crabb. His shot no good. I think it was last touched by McNairy.
It's going to be Crockett County ball right there.
That is good. And Gray Tucker, of course, hard-working young football player, color man. And you've been working all day, but you're going to grace the fans with your presence tonight. Here comes the Crockett County Cavaliers. Basket cut as the ball went to Scott. In the high post to Jordan Branch. Back out front, Josh Welch. Back on the right wing, three up by Scott. His three just off the back of the iron, and the rebound belongs to Rickman and the McNairy Bobcats.
And he just missed that one.
He did. He leaned back just a hair. Got to go straight up. Here's some good man defense by Riddick. He was all over the player. And I'm going to tell you what, Riddick looked like white on rice then.
That was really good defense by him.
It really was. Both teams opened up man-to-man. Here's Josh Welch, who is a very quick point guard, to Branch on the wing. There's Scott popping out, getting the ball to Welch on the left wing. There's the cuts to Riddick. His three is up, three down.
Jakaya Riddick is one of those really good three-point shooters that we have.
He's just a pretty good guy overall, isn't he?
Yes, sir. He's just a really good player.
McNairy back on the attack, and a lot of dribbling. I know that's not what Coach Brian Brown wanted. Guard through cut, McNairy's going to score. That time Walker scored, and it was too easy. No help on defense. Coach Stigall won't be happy about that. Here's the screen down, the pop out by the wings. Riddick going to the hole. Off the glass, no good. Holofield had a hand on it, but and he's going to foul when he bumped.
Looks like he might have just barely bumped into him a little bit.
Sometimes that happens. You hustle, and I want to say a shout out to my wife who's listening. She says you guys sound good. Camera work nice too. How about that? Great. What a support. It's just like the coaches' wives, and my wife has been a coach's wife. Full court pressure by the Cavaliers. Scott, and there's great job. Just barely bounced off of Riddick. And I'm going to be honest with you, you'd been better off, Mr. Walker's, have called a timeout. They try to run a little curl cut, and that time the postman gets free from Holofield. Walker gets it back on the give. He makes a bounce pass driving on the goal, and I thought it was going to miss. Was Sanders. Darius Sanders gets two, and McNairy has the lead 4-3 over the Cavaliers. Branch popping out over to Riddick on the right wing. Riddick's three up, just barely missing. We're just off a little bit tonight. Rims are not kind to us tonight.
It's just hitting and bouncing off tonight. We're not getting a lucky roll.
Goodman handling the basketball outside for McNairy. Crabb, the other big man. Here's the backdoor cut by Walker. And the three up and off the iron. Walker tried to fake, getting blocked out. Ball last touch.
That's me out on McNairy.
I am glad Gray is with me because the edge of the computer is short. I am blocking me out from seeing it. 4:53 to go. It's a 4-3 game. McNairy with the lead. Players are playing hard. Both coaches working very hard. 4 cross play with what I call an Iverson cut. Out to Welch. McNairy Central usually goes 2-3 zone on out-of-bounds plays in boys. Over on the wing, Tevion Young into Holyfield. Holifield's shot was blocked, but I think he got a good piece of the hand, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Looks like he smacked him right on the hand. He should get shots for this. And Nolan Holyfield is normally a decent free throw shooter.
He's young, though. Let's see. Nolan's what, a sophomore this year?
Yes, sir.
So he's got time on his side. First one up, man, he drained that one. Tie score at 4-4. We had several ties in the first half of the girls' game. Lady Cavaliers went in with a 1-point halftime lead, but McNairy Central dominated the second half. Second shot, it, got it. It's a 5-4 Crockett County lead. And what do we got, a substitution?
They subbed in Wantavius Sedell, number 12, the sophomore for Nolan Holyfield.
Sedell in, and he's starting to get more playing time now. Long pass, we failed to pick up the McNairy player. And we'll get him checked into the game because we've got some subs in. Marcel in, wearing number 11. There's that handoff. They love both boys and girls for McNairy, but that was about 40 feet. Marcel got away with a push-off. Big time, 5-second count. Referee was right then, but boy, did he have a big-time push-off.
That's a good call by the ref right there.
It really was. Nice call. That young man, like I said, always does a good job. Looks like Holifield's going to come back in quick and give Jordan Branch a rest. Coach substituting in and out pretty quick tonight.
He doesn't want anybody to get tired and risk a foul just simply from being tired.
And we'll pick up. Like the way they run the offense, and overload to the left side. You got a high-low. It's a great offense. We just didn't quite hold our position down in the post. McNairy steals it away. Crockett County leading 5-4. And look at Clark Scott hustling over there.
And here comes Ja'Kai Riddick to sub in for Welch.
Welch back in, and let's see, number 14 is Davis for McNairy. All the back pick, they had the big man open. Pretty good defense. Holyfield doesn't need to look guilty, though, when he knocks the ball away, because referees they'll get you when you look guilty. Now coming into the contest is Jeremiah Sanders, so we're going to have 2 Sanders at times on the floor tonight. They tried the back pick for Crabb again, but that didn't work. They didn't have him open. Hard man-to-man, 5-4, 3:49 to go in the first quarter with Crockett County leading. There's the pick. Coming across was Crabb. Good defense, Holyfield. I thought he stepped out of bounds. That young man. There he is. I'm going to give him a referee's award tonight. What a call.
He's made a lot of good calls over this game, and he made a lot of good calls in the girls' game also.
He really did. You are very astute. Color man tonight in the boys' game is Gray Tucker. He ran the camera in the first game. Matthew Cochran on camera this game. Here come the Cavaliers on the attack against the 2-3 zone. We'll go high-low and X the post across there. We're looking for an opening. Riddick, quick hands. Didn't quite bend his knees, and McNairy will get the rebound. And on the run out is Marcel trying to hit a man. And hustling back is Sedell with the steal.
That was a really good play by Ja'Kai Riddick to knock it out and for Sedell to be paying attention and grab it.
Clark Scott 3 up off the back of the iron. Rebound McNairy, and that looked like Marcel bringing in, and that pass is stolen. Wow,
great steal by Clark Scott right there.
Here comes Tevion Young, a little double pump, a little French pastry, and the shot missed. And a rebound belongs to McNairy. And this time, coach says, Brother Marcel, slow it down. Goodman with the basketball out front. Or that was actually Crabb. Over to Jeremiah Sanders. And it looks like McNairy Central. No, they got a foul. Illegal pick. Getting a little physical down there.
And we're getting a lot of subs in.
Yep.
Jordan Branch is coming in, Josh Welch, and Robert Rowe.
Robert Rowe can light it up from outside. And Coach Brown talking to Crabb about that pick, rightfully so. 2-3 zone after opening man. McNairy has gone 2-3 zone, still at 5-4. And we're trying to get it. They're matching up just a little bit out of this. I thought a kick, and the referee thought like I did. That doesn't mean I'm right. He's closer to it than I am. Gray, what have you seen so far as a trend? We've not only had our 1-3 that we've hit.
No, we're playing really good defense and just getting a lot of steals and making them turn the ball over.
Very good point. Rowe on the point to Welch. Back to Rowe. To Riddick on the left wing. We're playing pitch and catch, the post slash in there. Back to Welch. They'd love to let Robert Rowe get a three-point shot off, or either Ja'Kai Riddick. Here's Rowe, but they're flexing out to meet him out of that 2-3 zone. We might have had an opening then, but we didn't put a body on anybody to post up. 1:56 to go in the first quarter. 5-4, Crockett County leads. Here's Riddick's three up, just off the iron. Fought for Branch, and he got fouled.
He's going to get shots.
I'm going to tell you what, with the big man, Jordan Branch gets a little more high school experience, he's going to be a great post player. He'll still be shooting too. Fouls on Jeremiah Sanders. First shot up and no good. Foul shot hopefully don't plague us in the girls' game. We just didn't get enough of them. McNairy hit late in the game when they had to. Still 5-4. Branch with his second one. Good spin, rotation, shot it, got it.
And that was a good shot by Jordan Branch.
It's his first point tonight. Here comes the full court press. And they're matched up man with no safety or center fielder. Giving it back to the inbounder. Robert Rowe hustles to cut him off. And the pressure defense pays off, Gray.
That was a great hustle play by Robert Rowe. He really turned the Jets on right there.
Yes, and everybody else matched up so beautifully and got hands in the passing lane. There was a lot of pressure put out by all the Cavaliers. 6-4, 1:36 to go in the first quarter. Here's Welch against that 2-3 zone. Looking around the horn. They know where, we were going to try the lob play. That is a set play. You set a pick and you throw the lob and let them try to do it in. But you got to make it come down. It sailed a little long then. We're going to stay with the man press full court. Triggering it, Walker. And may get Holyfield. Did we get a break then, Gray?
I'll take it.
The referee, he couldn't have seen it. It wasn't him. And if the trail or lead official doesn't help him with that one, he has to help. Even if it's a miss. And there's trying to feed inside. Robert Rowe, three up. Bouncing off the iron. Rebound, Jordan Branch. It goes off. Rebound, Holyfield in.
And Nolan Holyfield gets it for two right there.
Holyfield's got 4 on the night. Boy, we're active on the boards tonight. Now we left somebody open in the middle, and this time McNairy breaks it easy, and Jordan got caught standing up. You got to break down, slide, get that foot on the baseline. But the reason he got away with that one is they said, well, he cupped it in hand. The rules are so liberal now. In the dark ages, when I played, I went to school with Fred Flintstone and Bernie Rubble. You could not dribble it like that. 8-4, Cavaliers leading into the low post. Goodman spins. No good.
That was a good defensive rebound by Jordan Branch.
It really was. Clark to Rowe. Looking to Holyfield in the short corner. Back to Rowe to Scott. Riddick had a chance at 3. Head fake, drove. Might have taken it in too deep. Throws it off the McNairy defender to keep possession.
That was a good job by Riddick to be aware of where he was and be able to throw it back in and bounce it off the McNairy player.
You're listening to Point 5 Digital. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Out to Rowe. Rowe looking for help, gets it in the form of Clark Scott. Around the horn and back to Scott. Now they're going to hold it possibly for the last shot. 2-3 zone, if you'll look at it on your picture, employed by McNairy Central. Walker keeps edging out there, and now he's close enough to put a count on. Clark breaks the count, bounces back 15 seconds. Start the offense about now. Here we go, around the horn to Reddick. They overload to row in the corner. Back to Scott with 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. I think he got bumped from behind. There'll be 1.9 for an out-of-bounds play. And, okay, that foul was on Walker. Is that his first? Brandon Walker, I wonder if he's kin to one of the all-time scorers, Neil Walker, down at McNairy Central. Here's Reddick at 1 second. His shot hit the side of the boards, but at the end of 1 quarter play, it is Crockett County 8, McNairy Central 4. You're listening to Point 5 Digital. Let's take a timeout.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
Just in case you need legal help or advice, call Harold E. Dorsey, attorney at law in Alamo. Harold Dorsey specializes in criminal defense, divorce, child custody, and personal injury. He knows the law and how to resolve issues efficiently. For a lawyer that can work it all out, remember Harold E. Dorsey, a law firm dedicated to the best interests of their clients. Located right on the Alamo Court Square at 5 South Johnson, or call 696-5115, 696-5115.
Come.
And we are back here where Crockett County has an 8-4 lead. Leading scorers Nolan Holifield with 4. Only 2 players have scored for McNairy Central, but it'll be their basketball. And they are back with part of their starting lineup. Thought they had it all in there. We've got Crockett County back with their starting lineup, doubling in the post, making them kick it back out. Steal by Welch. Let's see if he can go coast to coast. Hesitates, and he's fouled from behind.
That was a great job by Josh Welch right there to take it coast to coast and draw the foul and allow himself to take 2 shots.
Darius Sanders' first foul, team 5th foul, but Josh Welch will get 2 free throws. He didn't score in the first quarter. Shot it. Oh, it was in and out, Gray. Now, a new man coming in that I have not logged into the ball game yet. Cameron Atkins, number 32, is in. So Atkins in there. Second shot by Welch. Shot it. It's off the iron. Rebound hustle for who touched it last?
It looks like it'll be Crockett ball.
Could they be calling a foul? Oh, me. Did they get Clark Scott on that?
It looks like they called him for a push.
And that's Clark Scott's first foul. Be the team 3rd foul.
That's a good job by Scott to get the ball right back.
Yep, Clark Scott with a steal, and he got fouled. He'll go to the line where he is a deadly free throw shooter. 2-shot foul. Foul, and that'll be the second one on Darius Sanders. 16 foul for McNairy. 7:42 to go in the second quarter. Shot it, got it. Clark Scott with his first points. 9-4 lead. In the second quarter, midway, we'll have some student play-by-play. Second shot off the iron. Rebound belongs to McNairy Central, to Atkins. Scott almost had the steal then, Gray. Oh!
Charge right there. He took a hit right there.
He took a real hit. Folks, go back and watch the replay on that one. And they'll need a towel over there for slobber and sweat both. I mean, let's just call it like it is. And that foul was on Brandon Walker. And I know Brian Brown well enough that he's going to sit Brother Walker down for a minute, let him think about it. He also gave him a little instruction. You don't shoot this foul since it was a charge. McNairy staying with that 2-3 zone after opening man-to-man. It's an active 2-3 zone. It's called a loop if you by some coaches when they looped Welch out there over to Tevion Young on the wing to Scott on the left wing. Skip pass all the way across to Young. He wanted to crank to Branch. Branch gets it in. He just muscled that one in there.
That was a good job by Jordan Branch right there.
Third point there, and the pressure pays off again. It's McNairy just turned that one over. That wasn't even close to anybody. I think McNairy Central wants a timeout. Interesting, the official recognized the assistant coach calling the timeout, but it is. They're taking one. You're listening to Point 5 Digital. We'll take a timeout, too.
When was the last time you evaluated your automobile insurance policy? When it comes to your investment, just any old insurance won't do. State Farm Insurance offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Ken Davis, State Farm agent in Alamo, has a foundational understanding of automobile insurance and the policy that would fit your budget and needs. Call Ken Davis in Alamo and he will work with you side by side to choose the right policy for you. Ken Davis, Alamo State Farm agent. Call 696-5924.
And we're back at Crockett County, and here's a couple of our sponsors. We have Southern Trucks and 4x4, Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Harold E. Dorsey, Attorney at Law, Crockett Vision Source, and Bank of Crockett.
And you saw the three-pointer. Clark Scott arching his back a little bit, missed it, but what great defense so far by the Cavaliers, who lead by 7. Here is Goodman, their post player, out on the perimeter here. They try to run a cut, backdoor cut, but nothing happened. Adkins now comes out, who's also playing post. And they're running a version of 5-man motion. 4 definitely on the perimeter. They'll go back, get that post in there, pick down. Let's see if they run a flex cut here, but with no pick. And we trailed him. We got to beat him across the line. And throwing the ball up is Davis. And that time we're going to get called for a little reach-in foul.
We can get Josh Welch right there, I believe.
Davis at the line shooting 2. Ray says that Welch, and he is absolutely correct. First foul, 4th team foul. Keenan Davis, a 10th grader, at the line for his first shot. Shot it, got it. 6:23 in the first quarter to go. Gray Tucker, Matthew Cochran, Coach Joe Holloway here. As I said, in a few moments we'll have student play-by-play. When Crockett's got the ball, I'll do the McNairy play-by-play, and we'll pass it back and forth. Second shot up, bounces around, rolls out. Here's Welch playing Sky King and gets the basketball off the rebound. McNairy with a 2-1-2 full-court press. May have been a 2-2-1. Welch loses off his foot and is picked up by McNairy. That's Rickman that got it. He'll give it off to the fast guard, Marcel. To Barry and Marcel over to Goodman. To Adkins. There's the flex cut again to Rickman. He spins. His shot off the back of the iron, a little too flat. And it's rebounded. Tevion Young on the run out. The bounce pass to Branch. Branch's shot blocked, and they'll say Young knocked it out of the McNairy player's hand. Here comes Reddick. Great. And Clark Scott getting, I believe that's his first rest.
I think it is too.
11-5. Here's the lob, and having to go up high was Davis to get it, but he's now streaking in the forecourt. Atkins gets away with a walk on that little shuffle step. Stolen by Reddick, but he couldn't control it. Nice effort, though.
He had a really good effort right there. He ended up halfway up the bleachers from his effort.
Okay, Gray, while I was looking down right, we had a couple of substitutes. Who's in for Crockett?
We have Tavion Young, number 4, Sedell, number 12, and Holyfield, number 15.
So wholesale substitution almost. There's a losing it, and lucky he didn't get called. There's the steal. Look at Reddick. He's going. He's going to take it to the hole. I thought it was a blocking foul. I like this official tonight. And he's called it on both sides. But he had, and when I had him doing some games as a coach, you always felt fortunate when he came into your gymnasium. And that's the first foul on 32, Adkins. 8th team foul, so we'll shoot one in the bonus, or was this a shooting foul? It was one in the bonus, evidently. I was late picking that up, but shot it, got it. Reddick has a 3. That's his 4th point on the night. Let's see if Crockett keeps the press on, Gray.
I believe they will.
And got the second one. So 5 points for Reddick. But we're forgetting to cover one man. But great pressure then by the Crockett County Cavaliers. I see Principal Jared Faust, who's always here. You know what? I like it because the superintendent is always here, Bobby Mullins. And we're going to have a timeout. I believe
McNairy called that one.
Yeah, McNairy called it. Let's take a timeout on .5 Digital.
If it has to do with your truck, Southern Trucks and 4x4 is your place. Upgrade your truck with a lift kit, wheel and tire combo, spray and bed liner, bed cover, winches, toolboxes, injectors, or turbos. Or maybe your Chevy, Dodge, or Ford diesel needs a repair, the engine rebuild, a transmission upgrade, or a custom tuning. Southern Trucks can make it happen. They can even tint your windows. Stop by and enjoy the no-pressure atmosphere at Southern Trucks and 4x4 on the 45 Bypass, 668-8084.
And we are back here at Crockett County. Here's a couple more of our sponsors. We have Young Hughes Insurance, Old Town Spaghetti Store, and Ken Davis at State Farm.
Oh, here's a steal or an almost steal. What an effort. What an effort by Josh Welch on that one, keeping the full court pressure on. And when Crockett County gets the ball back, student color man, and he'll be doing some play-by-play. Gray Tucker, again, the full court man-to-man press. Pressure put on the inbounder. And there's the lob, knocked away. Riddick tried to get it, but great effort by McNairy. Got great effort, Crockett County. I love this hustling play. Here's McNairy with the basketball. That's Walker with it. Brandon Walker, he's back in there, gets the step, drives to the hole. His shot blocked from behind by Welch, looked like.
And Nolan Holyfield picks up the rebound, passes it to Young. Young dribbles down the court, crosses half court, passes it to Welch, back to the Young. Young dribbles, pivots, passes it to Welch. Welch goes up for three, and it is good. He drains the three-pointer.
Welch's first points of the night, and it's a 16-5 lead. 4:52 to go. There's a big high lob to Rickman. He gets it back to Walker, who's streaking into the forecourt. That's a charge.
He may have gotten away with a walk also.
Yeah, you're right. Good call by Gray, but we'll take the charge right now, and that will make it Walker's third foul. Non-shooting foul. Scott back in, Marcel back in. Here is Gray Tucker with the Crockett play-by-play.
And we're going to have Scott to inbound to Young. Scott inbounds to Young, passes it up to Siddell. Siddell dribbles, almost gets it picked off, passes it to Young. Young dribbles, tries to penetrate, passes it to Siddell. Siddell penetrates, goes up for the layup, and it's good for two.
And that is Siddell, or which way is Siddell or Siddell?
Siddell, sir.
Siddell. It's his first two of the night, and that was not a backcourt. And there's a 10-second violation, yes? Wait a minute, the referee has stopped it. Now let's see, we may have a little action here. I'm going to tell you what happened. If you'll watch the replay of the game, you'll find out both feet and the ball have to be into the front court before it's a back court. If you got 1 foot even on that line like that, it is not. And what's happening here is Athletic Director Jared Shelton has to talk to the coach, see if we can calm him down. The officials have the right to ask for that. Now, did he call a technical foul? That's going to be the question that's got to be answered, Greg.
I'm not sure if he did.
I didn't see a technical signal, did you?
I didn't see one either.
Okay, it was just a warning. Here's the trap, Rowe in there. And we had a foul out there. And that's on Riddick, 0-0. That's his first, team fifth.
And McNairy has number 11, Marcel, to inbound. He inbounds it to 25, Darius Sanders. He dribbles, guarded by Riddick, and calls foul on Ja'Kai Riddick.
And that's Riddick's second one. And thank you for jumping in, helping me there. I got a little frog in my throat. And we'll go back to the switching. I'll do the McNairy play-by-play for the rest of the quarter. Gray will do the Crockett County. And that's what a good teammate does. Sanders with the basketball. Physical play tonight. Here's into the low post to Goodman. Goodman wants to spin. His shot off the back of the iron. Going high is Siddell.
And there's a rebound for Siddell. He gets up with it right there. He gives it to Welch. Welch dribbles down the court, passes it to Scott. Scott back to Welch, back to Scott. He passes it across the court to Robert Rowe. Robert Rowe gets it, passes it to Welch. Welch to Scott. Scott gets it back to Welch. Back to Rowe. Rowe gets it, pivots, dribbles, passes it back to Welch. Welch gets it back to Rowe. He wants to go up with it, doesn't. Passes it down to Branch. Branch gets it to Welch. Welch gets it to Scott. Scott goes up for three, and three's up, three's down. It is good. He swishes it.
Fourth point of the night, 21-5 lead to pass into Rickman. And I think they'll say it was last touch by the Crockett County Cavaliers. Nolan Holyfield coming back in, but Sedell gave us a good effort, Gray.
Our whole team is playing great. We're playing really good defense. Everybody's hustling. It's a great effort from the whole team.
Kids seem to like this pressing style. Looking for Marcel. They can't get the ball in, so they get it to Crabb. Crabb drives the baseline, kicks it back out to Marcel. Marcel dribbling, and the offense is stagnant when he's doing that. Now it's outside to Crabb, who drives on the hole, kicks to Marcel, wants to drive the lane. The kick out to Rickman for McNairy. There's back into the high post to Crabb. Crabb drives, stops, goes up. Branch blocks it. And they're going to get Robert Rowe. Could have been either way. I think Coach Stigall knows that Robert gave the max effort and had the ball, but the referee had the call, and they may have hit an elbow or something. Rowe's first foul, team seventh foul, so it'll be one and the bonus. At the line is Nicholas Crabb. There are two Crabbs on the team. Dylan Crabb is a 10th grader. This is Nicholas. First shot up and good. And I believe that may be Crabb's first points. It is of the night. 21-6. Crockett County leading. 3:01 to go in the second quarter. Eyes it, tries it, buys it. And I just saw Robert Rowe get an elbow on the follow through.
And Holyfield inbounds it to Welch. He passes it to Scott, back to Welch, back to Scott. Gives it up to Rowe. Rowe gets it back to Scott. He gets it back to Rowe. Dribbles, passes it to Welch. Welch up for the three, and he misses it. Rebounded by Scott. He throws it back, but he gets a McNairy defender.
Here's Marcel on the run out, but Crockett back very well, and the two big men try to make a trap, and it was touched by Crockett. Now, Robert, when the shooter threw his arm back, it hit Robert, but he's tough. Marcel, I thought he had banked a three, and it wasn't supposed to be a bank shot either. Belongs to McNairy Central. Whew. 21-7 your score, Gray, with Crockett leading. There is 2:29 to go. Looks like Tevion Young's coming back in for Robert Rowe. And I'm going to go home and watch this game archived on .5 Digital. Say, Coach acknowledged good play by Robert. Now we're going to have a foul. There had to be either a hold or a block in there.
I think it's going to be on freshman Jordan Branch.
Okay, we've got Jordan Branch, his second foul, and we've got to keep him out of foul trouble. 8th team foul. Crabb at the line where he's 2 for 2, and he's a good free throw shooter. Got that one. He's now 3 for 3. Watch on it. At that time, 25, Sanders tried to sneak around Nolan Holyfield and get inside of him by going baseline.
Crockett County subs in sophomore Carlos Sharp for the freshman Jordan Branch.
Second one off the back of the iron. It's tipped, but McNairy's going to control. Rickman a 3 up off the iron. No good. Rebound McNairy again. Rickman 3 for a quarter. Ball knocked around Rickman. Shot missed again. 4 for a quarter. Rickman, and there had to be a foul. And usually there's going, when that offensive rebounding by McNairy is killing Crockett right now. And I know what Coach Stigall's saying. Get a body on them and be very aggressive. And that's Nolan Holyfield's second foul. Both big men now with 2 fouls. Rickman's first shot up, in, and out. Right now, Rickman, counting free throws, has missed 7 shots in a row. Okay, they're sending Crabb back. I wonder if we're going to see a press here. I bet we do. 2:15 in the second quarter off the front of the iron. Holyfield gets the rebound. McNairy will drop back to, let's see, they're pointing at people. That usually indicates man-to-man, and that's what they've gone to.
Here comes Young down the court. He passes it to Welch. Welch gets the ball, passes it to Sharp. Sharp passes it to Young. Young dribbles, passes it to Holyfield. Holyfield to Sharp. Sharp pivots, passes it to Scott. Scott gets it to Holyfield. Holyfield gets it back to Welch. Welch gets it to Scott. and Scott passes it to Young. Young back to Welch. Welch passes it to Sharp. Sharp to Young. Young to Holyfield. Holyfield to Sharp. Sharp passes it to Clark Scott. Scott to Holyfield. Holyfield to Welch. Welch back to Scott. Scott to Young. Young to Welch. Welch dribbles with it, and he's calling a play. Coach Stegall is orchestrating this offense right now. And Josh Welch is dribbling. He passes it to Young. Young gets it, passes it back to Welch, back to Scott. And the referee's going to call something right here.
Referees are trying to clean this game up, Gray. There's a lot of little elbows, little hand shucks, and things like that. And the referee's doing their best to keep control of it.
I believe that was called on number 35, Grant Goodman.
Okay, that would be Goodman's first, according to my stats. 10th team foul. So 2 shots here. Zadell, or is that Sharp? That is Sharp. He misses that first one. He'll get a second one. It'll be the double bonus, well, actually, for both teams the rest of the half.
And McNairy brings in number 22, Sanders, number 14, Davis, and number 32, Atkins, as Carlos Sharp hits that last one.
Here's the full court press. Oh, this time we got a run out, but Clark Scott hustles back along with the rest of the defense. Missed the steal. Rickman goes up and missed. There was a push. McNairy got away with. Everybody fighting for the basketball.
And the Crockett ball.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be last touch by McNairy. I think the Crockett County Cavaliers like this pressing. The kids are playing hard.
And they seem to build off of the steals that they get and play hard.
22-8, 54 seconds left, Gray.
And here comes Scott. He inbounds to Young. Young dribbles down the court, does a little crossover, dribbles past half court. Passes it to Welch. Welch gets the ball. Passes it to Holyfield. Holyfield gets it to Young. Young to Sharp. He dribbles it and passes to Holyfield. Holyfield to Scott. Scott to Sharp. Sharp to Holyfield down low, and it's knocked out by McNairy. Number 32, Atkins.
Yeah, the angle on the pass, you lead Holyfield just a little more, but good cutting offense. 27 seconds left. Crockett County leading 22-8.
And here's Young to inbound. He passes it to Holyfield. He gets deflected as he goes up for the shot.
Okay, they said Rickman blocked that one.
So it's going to be Crockett ball.
25 seconds left.
We're going to have Young to inbound again. He inbounds to Holyfield. He hands it off to Young. Young dribbles around, passes it back to Scott. He goes up, threes up, and misses it. And it's rebounded by McNairy.
And here comes McNairy. That's Marcel quickly into the forecourt to Rickman. He takes the hop, and he hit that one. He had his rhythm that time, and I know he's a good three-point shooter.
Here is Scott dribbling down the court, does a little crossover, goes up with it, and gets the layup good for 2.
Clark Scott, the time runs out. It's Crockett County 24, McNairy Central 11. You're listening to point5digital.com. We will be back after this 2-minute timeout.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
When you have decided a nursing home may truly be the best option for you or a family member, visit Alamo or Bell's Nursing Home. They have earned the reputation as one of the top providers of both long and short-term health care. Each patient is the central focus of excellent nursing care, compassionate and reliable to make sure you have peace of mind. Find out today why Alamo and Bell's Nursing Homes are the right choice. In Alamo, call 696-4541, Bell 663-2335.
And we are back here, and here comes Coach Witherspoon. She's got her hands full right there. We'll give her a second or two. Tell you what, let's take a quick 30-second timeout, Gray, and we'll give Coach Witherspoon time to get up here.
And before we do, Coach Kent Scott and Miss Amy Scott were just waving to Coach Scott's sister down in Florida.
And I think his dad's down there too.
Yes, sir, they were waving.
Give them a shout out. Play that commercial and we'll swap out and get the headsets here.
Just in case you need legal help or advice, call Harold E. Dorsey, attorney at law in Alamo. Harold Dorsey specializes in criminal defense, divorce, child custody, and personal injury. He knows the law and how to resolve issues efficiently. For a lawyer that can work it all out, remember Harold E. Dorsey, a law firm dedicated to the best interests of their clients. Located right on the Alamo Court Square at 5 South Johnson, or call 696-5115, 696-5115.
Come join us this weekend at Old Town Spaghetti Store for a little Italian and a lot of fun. Dine inside or out with full-service dining available on the patio and covered terrace. Specials this weekend include Old Town Spaghetti Store's famous prime rib choice Iowa beef with side item and your choice of soup and salad. And the Mediterranean pasta will satisfy your Italian cravings. Penne pasta, fresh spinach, sliced mushrooms, grilled chicken, shrimp, Roma tomatoes, and artichokes, and a creamy white wine sauce. Dessert special is pumpkin cheesecake. Old Town Spaghetti Store, Carriage House Drive, Jackson.
And we are back here at Crockett County where the boys lead 24-11, the Crockett County boys. And we have two very special guests tonight. Of course, Megan Witherspoon has graced us with her presence. And let me say this, folks, when you get your first loss of the season, it is very tough and to come out and talk because you want to think about what you could have done. There's all kinds of things. Megan, thank you for being here, but you've got a special guest.
Yeah, Coach Seagal's son, or Coach Seagal's daughter actually came up here. I was literally just walking up the steps, and she kept walking with me, so I brought her with me.
You look like a natural.
So, no.
Oh, she loves you. You can tell. And Daddy's doing well down there. But, Coach, it was one of those nights, first half, we had the lead, but we only had a 10-point second half.
Man, we didn't play well. It's hard to win a basketball game against a good team when you don't play hard. And I can take the loss. The loss isn't what bothers me. It's the fact that we didn't play hard. And when you don't play hard, you're not going to win. That we made some adjustments and they didn't do well with the adjustments. And then, we did not stick to our game plan. And when that happens, it's hard to win a basketball game.
It really is. And I know the Phelps, she came on late. You did some good things with. She had a couple of, I actually had 3 threes. But the post game tonight hurt you. The McNairy big girls were able to bull their way to the basket. Yeah, they did. And they did because my post players played soft and played weak and didn't do what I asked them to do. And that's going to happen. I've been working with these girls and saying that, every day, every practice, you have to go 100% the whole time. And if you don't, a team's going to sneak up and beat you when that shouldn't happen. And it happened tonight. And, I've been telling them that this is going to be the case. And you've got to give your 100% all the time. And when you don't, you put yourself in a situation where you could lose. And, hopefully we take this situation and we learn from it. And we learn that, we can't take any days off. We can't take any plays off. We can't take any possessions off. And, it stinks right now. It does. And the girls are upset and I'm upset. And, that's part of it. But it's a learning experience. It would have been completely unrealistic to think that we were going to go the entire season and not lose a game. I'm grateful that it happened now, and I hope that the girls respond to, what we're going to change. And hopefully we learn from it and move forward, and continue with our great season. Well, I think it will. And I've watched your practices. You do such a great job, you and your staff, of teaching. And the old saying is, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And, right. And I think this will serve as getting the student ready. Y'all will come in, have some good practices, and do some things like that. First half, we played adequate. But second half, you can't win scoring 10 points. You just can't. Just like I said, when you don't execute the way you're supposed to and you don't play defense the way you're supposed to, it puts your team in a very, very hard situation. And, up until this point, we've played defense great. We've executed on offense. But, tonight we didn't do that. And when you don't do that, you put yourself at at risk of losing. So we're just going to take it, and we'll be upset tonight. Tomorrow we'll come back in and we'll get some work done, and then we'll learn from it and go from there. And Scarlett Harris said tomorrow's another day. Now, we got to play after Christmas. We've got to go to Jackson and play in Oman Arena, which is a total different shooting background. But the one fundamental that is constant is defense. Right, yeah. We're gonna work on defense like nobody's business for the next couple of days because that's what we're good at. And our defense has to lead to offense, and that didn't happen tonight because our defense wasn't great. But after Christmas, we come in on Saturday,
and we're at Omen Arena. We play at 3:20, and we play against Haywood, and the boys follow us also at Omen Arena, and they play Fairleigh. So it'll be a good opportunity to come see both teams play in a different setting against teams that we wouldn't normally play.
Now, I am unfamiliar with this tournament because I was away coaching the White House Heritage team on a relief effort last year. Is this a tournament or a classic?
It's a tournament. Okay, I take that back. It's called the Hub City Classic, but the format is tournament style.
Okay.
So we have our first game set, and then our second game depends on whether we win or lose. So it's the same for the boys.
Do have a winners and
yes,
a
they have a
losers
winner. You're
bracket.
guaranteed 3 games on Saturday, then you come back and play Monday and Tuesday. But it is tournament style, so win-loss.
So we've got to get after it, redouble the effort,
Yes.
rebound the old basketball.
Just play hard. Just go back and play like we were playing at the beginning of the year, and we'll be fine.
Sometimes you have sag like that. We got about 3:10 left. Anything you want to say to the Crockett County fans? I thought for a night when school's not in session, there's a lot of shopping going on. We had a pretty nice crowd.
Yeah, we did. Just thanks again for coming out and support. Thanks for, coming out on a night when you probably have family things that you could be doing or other things that you could be doing. Just continue to support us. I mean, one loss is one loss, and I promise we're going to get back after it. And, we're going to get back to playing Crockett County basketball, and that's just the way it is. And it may take some time. It may take a couple rough practices, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
You will get there. Coach Megan Witherspoon, always a pleasure, and you have done such a great job, and I love our little guest. I hope she'll come back. And when she gets a little older, we'll put her on and let her talk.
Oh, I'm
sometime.
sure she'll have something fabulous to say.
Okie doke. Megan, anything else? Like I said, the Crockett County folks, they enjoy. Somebody complimented yours and I's interview from the other night. So if you got a final comment, we'll take it.
Just thanks again. Tonight was a rough one, and it was just a rough one. You got to take that one on the chin to move on. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get back ready to play on Saturday.
And guys, can y'all get a shot of the baby here if we can?
Oh, Hope, you want to be on TV?
Yeah, let's put her on because I know Coach Stigall's dad is watching and listening this.
Yeah.
Can you wave at the camera?
Can you say, "Hey, Pop"?
Can you wave? Say, "Hey, Pop." She's fascinated by. She says, "I see a camera and 2 old ugly guys sitting up here. You are pretty and precious." Coach Witherspoon, always a pleasure, and thank you very much for coming by.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
Okey-doke. And our other guest, and I hope Papa Stigall, you caught that. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with boys basketball.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887. Carroll Home Care of Alamo specializes in helping you manage life safely in the privacy and comfort of your own home with prompt, reliable, personal service. Carroll offers skilled nursing, physical therapy, certified nursing assistants, and medical social services. Carroll accepts Medicare, TennCare, and most private insurance plans. Visit our website at carollinc.com. Carroll Home Care Alamo, where feeling better is being at home. Call 696-4581, 696-4581. Carroll Home Care Alamo, 147 South Bell Street.
Everyone who's anyone knows there's only one location to go to for the best in burgers, pasta, and pizza. Bob's, located at 92 East Main and Bells next to Ho-Ho's. Bob serves up the best burgers. Try the smothered burger or maybe the bacon blue burger. Pizza lovers, try the T-Rex or the loaded cheese fry pizza. Pasta, appetizers, and more at Bob's. Bob's is open regularly till 8, but Cavalier fans, come by Bob's after the football game on Friday nights. They're open till 11. Bob's Burger, Pasta, and Pizza, 345-3055. Or find us online at bobsburgerpastapizza.com.
And you're back listening to Crockett County basketball. Girls lost, boys winning 24-11 here at halftime. Gray Tucker, Matt Cochran along with me. Guys, we got to pick out when we're going to go eat at Bob's Burgers, Pasta, and Pizza. And that will be our Christmas meal for the radio crew here. Here's Clark Scott on the attack out front, going against man-to-man, looks like. And there's a turnover as Goodman picks up the basketball. McNairy quickly into the forecourt, giving it back to Goodman. There'll be a flex cut off of a pick. Here's Crabb popping out, filling underneath to Rickman. His shot missed. Holofield, who's done a good job tonight, Gray, on the boards.
He's had a really good job getting rebounds and playing well in the post.
And here's a shot missing, picked up by Walker. Brandon Walker stops, tries to pop from about 8 feet. Branch with the rebound to Reddick, and it's a foot race. And I think in a foot race game, I think we're better off in that. Wanted to get a screen and roll, but Walker came over and gave a lot of help. Ball back out front to Josh Welch. He'll get a screen from Holofield, and they switch, and then we kicked it out of bounds. Almost had something going then. A little ragged right now. I bet Coach next time down gets them back into their, I call it structured motion offense. Full court press. There's the lob, and knocking it away is Josh Welch. Clark Scott with a pickup. Hesitation, yo-yo dribble goes up. Missed the shot. May have gotten a little help missing it from behind. And now they'll get a foul on Welch. The coach says, it's okay. You were hustling. Calm down a little bit. Welch's second foul. First team foul of the half.
And Wells looked like he got a little upset with that call right there, and Coach Stegall had to calm him down for just a second.
Yeah, got to remember cool heads win in hot ball games, and it also doesn't get technicals. Here's Scott. He picked his pocket, got the ball. Scott coming down low, throws it up, and he got bumped. And a nice gesture there by Goodman to pick the basketball up, or pick Scott up. Lord help. Pick the basketball up. Coach, wake up. 6:44 to go in the third quarter play, 24-11 lead. Clark Scott at the line, in and out. We have these are the home rims. They're not supposed to do that to us.
We've had trouble tonight being able to connect on most of our free throws.
We have missed several free throws. We'll count those up. Normally we do at halftime. Scott with 6 points off the front of the iron. May need a little more in his legs that time. It's a rebound to McNairy. Marcel has it. He's being dogged by Scott. Here's Holofield out on Goodman, and like Marcel will come back and get that one. Scott playing some great defense. Got picked off, and the help was not there. A little late helping then, and Marcel scores his first 2 points of the night. 24-13 on an 11-point lead, so McNairy's not out of it. Got to redouble that defensive effort. Riddick on the wing underneath the Holofield. Nice pass. Got to use the glass, even that flat. And he did that time.
That was a good pass right there. Good backdoor pass, and good job by Nolan to get the points.
6 points by Holofield. This time after the trap, they break the press to Rickman. Holofield waiting on it. Goes up with him. Rickman stops and pops. Rickman is a very good shooter. He has 5. He missed early a bunch of times, though. Allen Rickman. Here's Welch with his team leading by 11. We screen, pop the wings out. We'll overload the right side. We go high-low. Branch didn't have a seal then. It's on the left wing to Riddick. We'll reset and we'll overload again. The version of the triangle offense, you notice they form a triangle. Here comes off a staggered double is Welch. He'll overload again. They've cleared it. There's the lob is there, but you got to throw it a little deeper. McNairy gets the turnover and gets the ball. And I think you're going to have a little traveling music, as the late Jackie Gleason used to say, and that was Crab traveling.
That was a good call right there. And I think,
great call.
Crockett's going to take a timeout.
Crockett wants a timeout. We're going to take a timeout on point5digital.com.
Just in case you need legal help or advice, call Harold E. Dorsey, attorney at law in Alamo. Harold Dorsey specializes in criminal defense, divorce, child custody, and personal injury. He knows the law and how to resolve issues efficiently. For a lawyer that can work it all out, remember Harold E. Dorsey, a law firm dedicated to the best interests of their clients. Located right on the Alamo Court Square at 5 South Johnson, or call 696-5115, 696-5115.
Jasper Taylor, attorney at law, specializing in real estate closings. Super supporter of Crockett County High School and Cavalier football. Jasper Taylor, attorney at law, 94 East Main Street, Bells, 663-2737.
Back to action. It's Welch with the basketball for Crockett County. They overload and form the triangle. You got a high-low. Here's the lob to Holofield, and even getting pushed, he scores.
That was a good pass right there by the big man, Jordan Branch.
Yeah, he gets the assist. Branch almost had a steal. Holofield with 8 points, and you like to see a good pass. Here's the steal. Welch has got it. Looking for Riddick. Riddick's got a 3. Left side, 3 up, 3 down.
That's a great shot by Ja'Kai Riddick, and an even better pass by Josh Welch.
And now McNairy Central wants to take a timeout. It'll be a full one. We're going to take a full timeout on point5digital.com with Crockett County leading 31-15.
If it has to do with your your truck, Southern Trucks and 4x4 is your place. Upgrade your truck with a lift kit, wheel and tire combo, spray and bed liner, bed cover, winches, toolboxes, injectors, or turbos. Or maybe your Chevy, Dodge, or Ford diesel needs a repair, the engine rebuild, the transmission upgrade, or a custom tuning. Southern Trucks can make it happen. They can even tint your windows. Stop by and enjoy the no-pressure atmosphere at Southern Trucks and 4x4 on the 45 Bypass, 668-8084.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
And we are back. Gray, what about a couple of those other good sponsors? We try to give all of our sponsors. We've got some great people. Tell them you heard about them on Point 5 Digital.
We have Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Harold E. Dorsey, Attorney at Law, Crockett Family Eye Care, Southern Trucks and 4x4, Bank of Crockett, Bob's Burgers, Pasta and Pizza, and Carroll Home Care Services.
As you saw while they were playing, they broke the press. They being McNairy, we had a steal but lost it out of bounds. It'll be McNairy on their own baseline. They'll run a box out of bounds play. They used to like to run pick for the picker out of this, and let's see what happens. This is going to be a screen across, though. And a shot from the corner, no good. Jordan Branch, Windex man, cleans the boards and gives it over to Welch, who comes down the floor looking to set his offense. They'll overload, but here's Riddick before he can overload, driving, and Ja'Kai Riddick is hotter than a $2 pistol right now.
He's had a great game, and he just seems to be on right now.
McNairy having to play at a little faster pace than they want to. Some of their passes high. Pressure again, driving, and this time I think they'll get a hold of the field. Couldn't quite break down and didn't get the help that he needed. And that's 3 fouls on Holyfield. That is an item, 2 team fouls.
And here comes Tavion Young and Montavious Siddell into the game.
Okay, trigger man will be Marcel for the McNairy Bobcats. They're in their box formation again. Here's a back pick, running a man to the corner. They overload, try to bounce it into the low post. That's Crabb wanting to spin, and I believe he did take the double. This crew has done a good job tonight. And when the game got a little rough, they took control of it a while ago.
This is some of the best officiating that we've had. It's a really good crew.
Really have. Even the one questionable call about, they were right about it, it was not over and back. Cutting is Scott, but out front to Seidel. Seidel looking over to Young. Here comes the cutter again. That'll be Welch popping out to the top. Is Branch receiving the basketball, as you see. This is a little version. It used to be an LSU offense, different names for it. It's a cutting offense. George Blaney ran it at Holy Cross at one time. Here's Scott with the basketball. There'll be a cutter off that screen and one pop to the top. Over on the wing. Here we go. You cut. You got to run a little closer, though, to run those people off. And I know Coach Stigall, that's what he just told somebody. Okay. Could have gone either way.
You just have to defer to the ref. I mean, he had a different view from us.
And he's a little closer. I thought Clark got pushed a little. He did, too. But, again, it's the angle you see it from. Turnover, Crockett County. Long pass into the forecourt. And this one we went to sleep a little bit, and we'll get a blocking foul. We're lucky they didn't score the basket. That was Davis that caught and made the great outlet pass, and going to the line will be Crabb. And next stopping point, we will go with Gray Tucker doing the Crockett play-by-play. But Crabb at the line tonight is, Nicholas Crabb is 3 for 4. He has 3 points. He'll shoot 2 here. And that one, nice soft touch, rolls in.
And here comes Ja'Kai Riddick in for Josh Welch.
Coach Stigall always teaching, just like Coach Witherspoon does. Second shot by Crabb. Shot it, got it. He's now 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 33-17, 3:20 to go in the third quarter play. Here's Riddick on the drive. Yo-yo dribble, goes in. He'll get the basket, and an and one, as y'all say. Riddick having a big quarter. You got it? Okay. Tell you what we're going to do with this switch point. We let them try this. Gray Tucker's going to do play-by-play for both teams, and I'll be the color man after I tell you that is the 7th point in the quarter for Ja'Kai Riddick and his 12th point of the night.
And and he's going to get a free throw right here and have a chance at an and one. He goes up with it, and it's good. He gets it. And the ball is going to be inbounded by Marcel. He passes to number 14, but Clark Scott steals it and goes out, and it's going to be McNairy's ball right there.
I think he just buried it. Boy, what great defense. 36-17, 3:13 to go in the third quarter.
And Marcel's going to inbound again. He passes to number 22, Sanders. Sanders passes back to Marcel. Marcel gets the ball, passes back to Sanders. Sanders gets it, loses it. Young steals it, passes it to Scott. Scott dribbles down the court, stops, pivots, passes it back to Young. Young's going to hold the ball at the top. And he waits for a screen, gets the screen, dribbles in, passes it to Riddick. Riddick gets it, drives, goes up, and gets the layup for two. And here is Marcel for McNairy to inbound. He passes it to Sanders. Sanders gets the ball, drives down the court, passes half court, gets it swatted, gets 32 gets it, passes it back to Sanders. Sanders gets it, goes up for two, and banks it.
And that's Jeremiah Sanders' first two, Gray.
And here is Siddell to inbound, passes it to Young. Young to Siddell. Siddell back to Young. Young dribbles down, passes it back to Siddell. Siddell gets it back to Young. And that's going to be 10 seconds right there.
Okay, the spacing wasn't what Coach, you can see in the picture, Coach Stigall trying to make some indications to him. Our spacing got bad then, and got a 10 count on that, but it's 38-19, Crockett County leading at the 2:21 mark.
And Marcel is going to inbound. He passes it to number 20, Hickman. Hickman drives, and looks like he stepped out, but they didn't see it, and he passes the ball to number 14, Davis. Davis goes up and misses. Riddick gets the rebound. He drives down, passes it to Welch. Welch gets it, fumbles it, goes up with it, gets his rebound up and down, and Scott.
And we'll see the possession arrow look like it's going to belong to McNairy Central.
And here is Marcel on the inbound. And he passes it to Hickman, and it's knocked out by Welch. That's going to be a McNairy ball. And it looks like we're going to have Marcel as the trigger man once again. And he is going to inbound it to Davis. Davis gets it, drives, goes up, makes it for two. And we have Nolan Holyfield on the inbound. He passes it to Young. Young gets the ball, crossover, dribble, good save from a walk. And he passes it to Riddick. Riddick gets it, drives, passes it to Holyfield. Holyfield down with the post move, goes up for two, and he got fouled right there.
Now, McNairy's got plenty of fouls to give now because they will use 10 to 12 players in a contest.
And Nolan Holyfield's going to get 2 shots, I believe.
Holyfield has 8 on the night, and he's 2 for 2 from the line.
Make that 2 for 3.
Maybe I jinxed him. I hope not.
And here comes the big man, Jordan Branch, in for Siddell. Here's Holyfield with the second shot. And he gets the second one. We're going to have Marcel to inbound. He passes to Davis. Davis gets it, drives, dribbles down the court. Good defense by Riddick. He swats it out. It's going to be McNairy's ball.
Well, that pressure starts to wear on you. And trust me, it will wear you down. Robert Rowe coming in, the sharpshooter from outside.
And here's Marcel. He's going to pass it to Hickman. Hickman's going to go up for three. Three's up, three's down, and he misses it. Rebounded by Atkins. Atkins gets the ball, and he walks with it. It's going to be Crockett County ball.
He is on that, and they'll stay being McNairy Central. Let's see, if it's going to be a 2-2-1 press, it is. It's a 2-2-1 box press.
Rowe inbounds to Young. Young back to Rowe. Rowe dribbles, crosses over, passes it, gets swatted, gets it back, passes it down to Holyfield. Good job by Robert Rowe. Gets it to Branch. Branch makes a bad pass. It hits a McNairy player, and it goes out. And assistant coach Michael Gaines doing a little coaching down there.
I don't blame him. Be quick, but don't hurry, and we got in a hurry then.
And here is going to be Young as the trigger man. And he's going to pass it to Welch. Welch is going to dribble, does a crossover, drives, tries to pass it, gets it stolen, gets it back, passes to Rowe. Rowe gets it to Young. Young wanted a three, and Coach DeGaulle did not want him to take that three.
Well, he wants him to set his offense.
Young passes it to Welch. Welch pivots, passes it back to Young, back to Welch. Welch gets it to Branch. Branch gets it back to Welch. Welch dribbles, passes it to Rowe. Rowe gets the ball to Holyfield, almost stolen. Holyfield with a good catch, back to Young. Young with a little pump fake, passes it back to Rowe. Rowe drives, goes up with the floater, just misses it, gets his rebound, and then it's stolen by McNairy. And there's going to be a foul called on Robert Rowe.
Yeah, they got Robert. Robert's got quick hands, but these officials are sharp. And I've got the 4th team foul here. And back to Gray Tucker, student play-by-play man.
And here's going to be Marcel on the inbound. He passes it up, and it's swatted, and it's going to be McNairy ball.
And Josh has got to be careful not to break the plane there. It's a technical foul. Now, he did a good job of keeping his hands straight up.
And Marcel's going to inbound once again.
Good switch here.
And he passes it up to number 30, Mask, and it's stolen by Holyfield. He gets it to Rowe. Rowe passes it to Young. Young dribbles down the court. Taking his time here. They might hold for the last shot.
Yeah, 42nd, actually down to 35.
And looks like they're going to run their offense. Passes to Holyfield. Holyfield to Young. Young holds it. Dribbles, passes it to Branch. Branch gets it. Branch orchestrating offense right there. Passes it back to Young. Young gets the ball, passes it to Rowe. Rowe passes to Holyfield. Holyfield fumbles it, but Young recovers, and it's stolen by Atkins, and Atkins is going to take it all the way, and he goes up and gets the layup right there. And Rowe's going to inbound, passes it to Welch. Welch gets it back to Rowe. Rowe fumbles it, gets it to Young, and they call a walk on Robert Rowe, and tonight has just not been his night. He's getting a little frustrated. He needs to just calm down and just play basketball.
4.3 seconds left in the third quarter. 39 for Crockett, 23 for McNairy.
And here is Marcel to inbound. He passes it to Atkins. Atkins goes up, banks it, misses it, gets his own rebound, goes up again for the layup and gets 2, and that's going to be the quarter right there.
And with the score, Crockett County 39, McNairy 25. Let's take a 1-minute timeout on Point 5 Digital.
When was the last time you evaluated your automobile insurance policy? When it comes to your investment, just any old insurance won't do. State Farm Insurance offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Ken Davis, State Farm agent in Alamo, has a foundational understanding of automobile insurance and the policy that would fit your budget and needs. Call Ken Davis in Alamo and he will work with you side by side to choose the right policy for you. Ken Davis, Alamo State Farm agent. Call 696-5924.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance in Alamo today, 696-5480. That's Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, 696-5480.
Crockett.
Back at Crockett County, 39-25, the Cavaliers leading. Don't forget about Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Harold E. Dorsey, attorney at law, Crockett Family Eye Care, Bank of Crockett, Bob's Burgers, Pasta and Pizza. Here's student play-by-play man for the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, Gray Tucker.
And here's Clark Scott to inbound. He passes it to Welch. Welch dribbles, passes it to Riddick. Riddick gets the ball, passes it back to Scott. Scott gets it, goes up for three. Three's up, missed it, and Welch gets the rebound. He bodies the post man, goes up the layup, and he gets it for 2. And here's Marcel to inbound for McNairy, and he is going to pass it to Davis, and Davis just barely saved it, pass it back to Marcel. Marcel gets it, dribbles down the court, and he drives, slows it down, and it's foul call on him. It's going to be turnover. It's going to be Crockett ball.
Okay, 41-25, 16-point lead in the fourth quarter for Crockett County.
And Welch inbounds to Scott. Scott back to Welch. Welch to Holyfield. Holyfield back to Welch. Welch drives, passes it to Scott. Scott dribbles, goes around, passes it back to Welch. Welch drives. He passes it down to Jordan Branch. He goes up the layup, and it's good for 2. And Marcel passes it in to number 20, Rickman. And they a little fumble, and Atkins gets it, swats it back to Marcel. Marcel gets it, barely saves himself from going backcourt, passes to Davis. Davis gets it, does a little pivot step, wants to pass it to Atkins, but good defense by Nolan. Holyfield passes it back to Marcel. Marcel gets it, does a little crossover. Clark Scott playing good defense, passes it to Rickman. Rickman gets it, drives. Looked like he got away with a walk right there, and the ref called it. That's a good job right there.
Very good job. We got substitution. Remind you that Young Hughes Insurance helps bring this broadcast. Alamo, Bells, Nursing and Rehabilitation Centers, Old Town Spaghetti Store, State Farm Insurance, Ken Davis.
And there's Riddick to inbound to Young. Young's walking down the court, and Coach Stegall is calling his offense right now. Passes it to Riddick. Riddick gets it back to Young. Young to Scott. Scott drives, passes it, and it gets stolen by 33, Crab. And he still has the ball. Passes it to Marcel. Marcel dribbles on the court, and the ref's going to call something right there. It looks like he called a push. And
that's Ja'Kai Riddick's third foul, and that could be an item because McNairy's behind, but they're not out of this game, Gray.
Yes, sir, and they make some substitutions, and Walker's back in. He's going to inbound it. And Walker inbounds to Davis, and it's swatted. Gets it to Crab. Crab back to Walker. Walker does a little pump fake right there. Does a crossover or two. Passes it down to Davis. Davis gets it and goes up for two. Misses it and gets his own rebound. Turns around with it. Gets it to Crab. Crab gets the ball. Goes down in the post. Goes up for two and gets the layup right there. And Nolan Holyfield's going to inbound to Young. Young dribbles down the court. Passes it to Riddick. Riddick drives. Turns around. And Coach Stegall calls a timeout right there.
Good timeout by Coach Stegall. They've called a timeout. We're going to call a timeout on point5digital.com with Crockett County leading 43-27.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887.
And back here, we'll go to play-by-play man, Gray Tucker.
And here's Welch to inbound to Young. Young drives, crosses the timeline, passes it to Siddell. Siddell gets the ball, passes it to Welch. Welch has the ball, passes it back to Young. Young gets it, passes it to Scott. Scott goes up with the NBA three, and he swishes it. Three's up, three's down, and here is Walker to inbound. He's going to pass it to – he's going to knock it off of Clark Scott right there.
I had to count it, 4.5, and great defense by the Crockett County Cavaliers. That three was Clark Scott's 9th point. Shout out to all of his relatives down in Florida.
And here's Walker to inbound again. Passes it up to Davis. Davis gets it to Goodman. Goodman drives, passes it to Crab. Crab gets it in the post, and he passes it back to Goodman. Goodman pump fakes, goes up, and swishes the two. And we're going to have Josh Welch to inbound. He's going to pass it to Siddell. Siddell's going to hand it off to Young. Young gets the ball. He's getting a trap right there. Passes it out to Scott. Scott gets it. He's going to drive, and he's going to try to go all the way. He goes up for a two, and he misses it. It's tipped by Siddell, rebounded by Scott, and looks like there's going to be a push right there, and the foul's going to be on Walker.
Well, I've got Walker with 4, or is that 5? We're going to have to check it.
I'm not sure, but it's his fifth right there. He's out.
That is his 5th, team 4th foul.
And they're going to put Marcel back in and Darius Sanders.
Okay, and I'll be right. Gray will revert back to color man now, and Coach Holloway will take you the rest of the way home. 5:19 to go in this contest. 46-29, the Cavaliers leading. They're running a 1-4 out-of-bounds play, and they just send one deep, that being Josh Welch. They'll set a screen for Tevion Young, and now they'll set the offense. Coach Stegall says bag it out and let's set it up and run something. Against the 2-3 zone, they go high-low. They'll fill the short corner in the high post. Here's Clark Scott on the left wing around the horn. And using precious time, McNairy choosing only to put token pressure on. And Clark Scott's capable from that range, but Coach would shoot him if he shot it from right there. 4:43 and counting. Playing pitch and catch around the outside now. Coach Brian Brown wants them to bring a little more pressure, and that'll be a charge. Got to go straight up. You got to learn how to jump stop, and that comes with being a young player. And Welch just a sophomore, correct?
Yes, sir. Welch is only a sophomore.
4:33. It's 46-29. Here's the full court pressure. And we let them get it in a little easier than we have been done. We don't need the foul. Chasing down the sideline. Rickman's shot missed.
And that was good defense by Nolan Holyfield right there.
We got to come across rebound Crabb, who outworked our guys, and then Holyfield reaches in and trying to block the shot, commits his fourth foul, and that also becomes an item. Seventh team foul. It'll be two shot anyway. Crabb has only missed one free throw. He has 7 points on the night. Make it 8. It's a 16-point lead. Here comes Jordan Branch in. Branch coming back in. I have him with only 2 fouls tonight. Gray, this is a big point for McNairy. It cuts the lead to 15, even though it's still double digits. And he hits it.
He's a really good free throw shooter, only missing one.
Now we've got to deny him the ball in the post area. Here's the press, again causing us a little trouble. We're not getting anybody free. And the ball last touched.
Looks like it was knocked out by McNairy, but the ref has a different view and back to defer to
he's
him.
flat on that baseline. Our spacing right now, and Coach is trying to talk to him about it, is not good. I think we got a shoe blowout here, so we need a shoe timeout. Holyfield going to go back in the ball game. We'll go with 2 big men back in there. Seidel, who has played good in his spurts and given some time. 4 fouls on Holyfield. He'll have to be careful, and he is the back man. We may back out of the press now. Play good half-court man-to-man defense. 15-point lead, 4:04 and counting. Here's Marcel going to his left. Scott denies the wing. Rickman, they cut. We got to keep it out of the low post. Splitting the double team was Crabb in scoring.
Crabb has had a really good night down in the post, and he seems to be making it every time he gets his hands on it. He's a really good free throw shooter and playing good in the post.
He's cut the lead, and we'll probably call a timeout.
That's going to be on Darius Sanders, that foul right there.
Yeah, there was a foul, and
that's his third.
Now they're matching up with us out of the press. Now they're making it look like it's a zone press. They're matching with our middle man, and we'll have to have a little more cutting to do that. And that makes the floor so wet, and it's dangerous for the players. 5 team fouls now on McNairy, so they can afford to be aggressive at the 3:40 mark. To Jordan Branch, back to Welch. Welch a little nonchalant then, got to handle the basketball. Tevion Young being guarded closely, 5-second counts on, got to penetrate. He didn't quick enough. And right now, we're making young people mistakes, Gray.
I mean, even though we have the lead, we just need to play Crockett County basketball and just play to our speed and not let McNairy try to take it over.
Riddick will come back in, and a double dribble. Good call. Great call. A well-officiated game. Can't complain about anything.
He's been a great great ref the whole game. He's made a bunch of good calls.
Yep. Clark Scott with the basketball at the 3:23 mark. Crockett County up 46-33. Here's the press again bothering. Clark Scott was going to bring it out, and his own man bumped into him, and now there's a foul reaching, and that goes on Darius Sanders. 6-team foul. Sanders will probably come out, and coming in will be number 14. That is Keenan Davis. McNairy's gone back man-to-man. We'll spread them out. Let's see if we go back to the triangle offense. Yes, we will. No, it's going to be what I call LSU with a lot of cutters. You'll pass, you'll cut away, and then someone will cut right off your hips. And watch Branch cut. There'll be a cutter underneath, and then somebody come off your hips. You can backdoor cut. You can pop out. There's the backdoor to Holyfield. Great pass.
That was a good pass by Jordan Branch. Good assist by him.
And Crockett County wants to get an organizational timeout. You're listening to Point 5 Digital with Crockett County leading 48-33. Let's take that timeout.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance in Alamo today, 696-5480. That's Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, 696-5480.
Crockett County Family Eye Care says go Cavaliers. A member of Vision Source, North America's premier network of private practice optometrists, Crockett County Family Eye Care offers eye exams, glasses, contacts, screening, and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma, cataracts, dry eyes, and diabetic eye exams, all using the latest diagnostic equipment. Crockett Family Eye Care hours of operation are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8:30 till 5. Open late by appointment only. Crockett Family Eye Care, 135 South Bell Street, Alamo. Call 696-4004.
Back at Crockett County where the Cavaliers lead 48-33. It'll be up to the defense to hold that 15-point lead. 2:45 left. Gray Tucker, Matthew Cochran, along with Coach Joe Holloway. A great pre-Christmas game, and we want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. Here comes McNairy. They get a screen from Marcel. Into the corner to Rickman. They wanted him to get a three, but Riddick's all over him like white on rice. Here's Goodman's three up, three down for Goodman. That cuts into the lead, his 5th point. It's now a 12-point lead with 2:24 to go. Stopping just short of the trap. Getting the ball, and the McNairy folks want to come up on his toe. Too much help officiating sometimes. Oh, there's one, and that's going to be a no call. Everybody going for the basketball. A run out by Rickman, and Welch trying to regain the basketball.
It looks like Goodman's a little shaken up right there.
He did. He took a pretty good shot, and so did Welch and the others. But you don't, and Coach Seagull's going to talk to him. If you lose it, go play defense. Don't try to get it all back at one time. And that also, it looks like Welch's 4th foul, Gray.
I think they're going to keep him in since it's so late in the game, but he needs to be careful for the next 2 minutes.
You're right about that. Shot it, got it. That makes 1 for 3 for Alan Rickman from the free throw line. He has 6 points in the contest, 48-37. Make it 48-38. Still a long time. He hits those 2 free throws.
And that makes it a 10-point game with 2 minutes left in the 4th.
Check the way the press is operating. They've matched up to us is where the problem is. We got to get either cutters or a different alignment. Here is Clark Scott, and he was trying to split it, but you play defense with your feet, and the reason they called the foul is the McNairy player reached in. 17 fouls, 1 in the bonus. Now these free throws are very important, and Clark tonight is only 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Make it 2 for 5. Boy, that one was nothing but string music, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. That was a swish all the way.
And taking a long time to administer the free throw, but here's Clark Scott, 49-38. Second one, shot it, got it.
And he swishes the second one also.
And that's late in the game. Good free throw shooters in that last 2 minutes are very important. 12-point lead. McNairy gets the high screen. They didn't roll. It was going to be a step out. Marcel's three off the back of the iron. Rebound. Davis chased it. Kenan Davis lost it. It'll belong to the Crockett County Cavaliers. Here comes 3 fresh bodies. And is this the foul patrol right here?
Here comes in the 2 Davises. They both came in, and number 30, Jarrett Mask.
Now what's got to happen is quick steals and quick fouls, and McNairy did not get either one. Wisely, Holyfield gets control of the basketball, brings it back out. The clock is Crockett County's ally. It is the enemy. There's a foul right there.
That was some good IQ right there by Nolan Holyfield.
Yeah. You got to remember how wisely Clark Scott helps his teammate out. And that was the 5th foul for Sanders, I believe. We'll check that out. I am correct.
And that was a good job by Clark Scott to grab him and start talking to him right there.
Yes, then Coach Stigall. And, hey, when somebody shows you in the back like that, but you got to remember, cool heads win hot ball games. Same thing in football. There are teams that will come in. You know, I hate to say this, but one of the dirtiest football teams in the nation is Brigham Young, who lost to the University of Memphis State. First shot up, shot it, got it. Nothing but net for Josh Welch.
And like Coach Ward used to tell us in those situations, was if something like that happened, just throw your hands up in the air and don't say a word.
Amen. Coach Ward, one of the great high school football coaches, I believe, is an All-American at Lambeth University.
Yes, sir, he was 2 years.
2 years. Second one, shot it, got it. Josh Welch having a big night. He has 4 in the quarter and 7 on the night. 52-38, Crockett County leading. Here's McNairy And they'll call a timeout, and I don't blame Coach Brown for being mad. They did not run the offense the way he wanted it done.
And he looks very heated over there.
He is. We'll take a quick timeout on .5 Digital with Crockett County leading 52-38.
The Bank of Crockett is a locally owned full-service community bank with 6 convenient locations throughout Crockett County. The newest location, Highway 412 at Cypress Road. The Bank of Crockett is a proud supporter of Crockett County sports and our community's greatest asset, our youth. For online banking, visit bankofcrockett.com. The Bank of Crockett, fast, friendly, efficient service, and that's community banking at its best. The Bank of Crockett, serving Crockett County since 1887. Carroll Home Care of Alamo specializes in helping you manage life safely in the privacy and comfort of your own home with prompt, reliable, personal service. Carroll offers skilled nursing, physical therapy, certified nursing assistants, and medical social services. Carroll accepts Medicare, TennCare, and most private insurance plans. Visit our website at carollinc.com. Carroll Home Care Alamo, where feeling better is being at home. Call 696-4581, 696-4581. Carroll Home Care Alamo, 147 South Bell Street.
Everyone.
And McNairy basketball with 1:16 left to inbound Marcel. They run the America's play with Rickman. NBA 3 up off the iron. Rebound fought for, and Josh Welch has got it. He's trapped, gets it out to Riddick. 1:08 and counting Dale. Riddick motors down the floor, and he got fouled, but he was trying to pass the ball to his teammate.
He turned the Jets on right there. He was flying down the court.
I put him on my track team if he'll run that hard all the time. This should be a 1-and-1 for Riddick, who is 2 for 3 from the line tonight, has 14 points. Looking for his first points in the fourth quarter. Shot it, got it.
He's had a great night. He went off in the third quarter, and he's had a good fourth quarter also.
You're right about that. Wise choice of pulling the men off the line so you don't commit a foul at the line. Second one, shot it, got it. Working on a 16-point night. 54-38, the Cavaliers lead. 1:03 and counting. Here comes McNairy Central. Marcel has the ball. They're going to run America's play again. This time Riddick gets through. They bring the post down. Crab goes up. He misses. Holyfield plays Windex man. Gets it out to Riddick. They try to trap him. Reaching in is Marcel. And I believe that's just his second foul. This will bring on the 10th foul of the night and the double bonus. It looks like right now, still a little early. You say, oh, they can't catch him at this point, but get ready to light up your red R-Back victory cigars. First free throw missed. Okay, it looks like offense, defense coming in real quick team. A lot of three-point shooters that are out there now.
They have, looks like one big man out there, and other than that, it looks like a bunch of shooters.
Yep, and let's see, they'll try to put it up pretty quick. They'll be hustling. Second one falling away and missing was Riddick. And we'll get a substitution in here in a moment for Crockett County. Man-to-man still being employed. 1-4 set. Here's Marcel trying to use that screen. They want to get it up quick, and it goes up by Davis quick. Off the iron, no good. Tipped away by Riddick. He picks it up. He's trying to streak down the floor. Long jump, and it stays in with the spin.
He takes it coast to coast right there.
18 points for Riddick. This ball game is all over but the shouting. 21 seconds, 56-38, Crockett County leading. Crossover dribble by Tacker into the post. Kick out. Is that Marcel over there with the three? And yes, it is. Marcel gets his 5th point of the night. 56-41, 6 seconds left. And we're going to chalk one up for Crockett County as Clark Scott dribbles it out.
And he's going to hold it right there, and that's it right there. 56-41. Crockett County takes the win right here. That was a great game by Crockett.
It really was. What a defensive effort. The press was on against a good, hard-charging McNairy team. But I'm going to tell you what, this game was exciting. 56-41. Gray, your thoughts on this one while I total the points up?
It was a great game. We played hard the whole time. We played good defensively. We played a good press. We got a lot of steals, forced a lot of turnovers, scored a lot off of the turnovers, played good as a team. I like the way Coach DeGaulle has coached this whole season. He doesn't, when a player messes up, he doesn't scream at them or put them down. He just pulls them over there to them and talks to them and just teaches them what they did wrong and shows them how to fix it. And I like the way that he does that. And that was a really good game by them.
You're right about that, and I'm totaling the points up. But the girls lost their first one night. Got Coach Witherspoon them said we'll go back to practice and work on it. She does such a great job, her and Coach Naylor and Coach Colvin, and the girls will be right. I guarantee they'll be in that tournament next week.
I believe she said that they were coming back tomorrow for practice.
I believe you are right. And now let's give you the total scoring. Marcel had 5 for McNairy. Kenan Davis 3. Alan Rickman 7. Brandon Walker 2. Jeremiah Sanders 2. Darius Sanders 2. 4 points for Atkins. Nicholas Crabb had 4, and Goodman had 5. For the winning Crockett County Cavaliers in their total of 56 points, Jeremiah Reddick, 18 points. What a night, Gray.
He went off in the third quarter.
Clark Scott, 11 points. Nolan Holyfield, 11. So you got good point production out of them. You had 7 from Josh Welch. Also scoring tonight, Jordan Branch, 5. Sharp, 1. And Sedell had 2 for a total of 56 points. And any final comments to anybody you want to make? Or
we're going to give one more shout out to Clark Scott's family down in Florida watching.
Yeah, we got dads, aunts, nephews by marriage, whole bit watching you down there.
We got the whole family down there watching.
And they watch every game. We know that Coach Stigall's dad is watching. I'm leaving somebody out that we shouted out. If you want to give us a shout out, get a hold of us. Let us know you're watching. To the servicemen watching, one thing I want to say, I've enjoyed this first half. Can't wait till we get into the district schedule. Pay attention to News Talk 101.5 because we may have a Crockett County game or two on the radio there, and I don't know whether you and I and Matt will be doing it or whether Dan Reeves and Seabass will be doing some of those, but we'll be back here in early January. Now, I want to say Merry Christmas. You guys want to say Merry Christmas to everybody?
Merry Christmas to everybody from me and Matthew, since he's on the camera right now.
And for our man back in Brownsville, Tennessee, actually, I guess he's at home, but he's working, keep an eye on us, Michael Osborne. And for the rest of our crew, we want to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.